The haunting hour is at hand. Ghostly hauntings since time began. Raw side paranormal seeks the truth, looking for some kind of real proof. Creepy floorboards and eerie dark mist. Grab your camera and document this. No time to run, no time to hide. We are catching all of this on the raw side. A slamming door causes a fright. A shadowed hand appears in sight. Grab your REM pods and your K2s, or anything else you can use. No time to run, no time to hide. We are catching all of this on the wrong side. A slamming door causes a fright. A shadowed hand appears in sight. Grab your REM pods and your K2s, or anything else you can use. No time to run, no time to hide. We are catching all of this on the raw side. The icy air touches your neck. You feel like screaming, but you stay in check. Orbs rising up to take the magical flight. You can't believe what's happening tonight. Don't run, don't try to hide. We are catching this all on the raw side. Don't run, don't try to hide. We are catching this all on the raw side.
Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to the Raw Side. I am so glad everybody could come and hang out with us tonight. And let me say hello to everybody before we bring on the guests. And it's Michael. Hi, Michael. Hi, Elle. Parasolo. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Friday. How are you? There's the lovely Claire. Who else is hiding in the lurches here? Hopefully I caught everybody. And everybody else will start piling in and hang out with us. There's Bill the man. My voice is not 100%, guys, so hopefully it'll hang on. Doing my best that I can. Let's just get the ball rolling, guys. It's open mic, so anything can go. You know how that rolls. And let's welcome Miss Carla. Miss Carla.
Hey,
There you are, Miss Carla.
Hi, Laura. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you. How you doing, honey?
Okay. I am not, so I'm not feeling all that great, but
Oh, geez.
so that's why
Yeah.
I'm not on video at the moment. I'm being a bum.
Yeah, I know how you feel. I was a
I'm
bum too
not-
before I.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just not like scrubbing and all
okay.
that. And I also have my little guy, and so it's just probably better if he doesn't see him on video because he'll try to get on with me. He did that
That's
with
all
me
right.
and Karen. Yeah, he's cute, but he'll steal the show.
Steal the show. That's all
Like,
right.
literally. Yeah.
That's
So how are you doing? Better?
Oh, a little better. The
Oh.
medication is starting to work, so I
Oh,
just have to
good.
be patient, which I'm not patient because it's just getting in my way. And
Oh,
but
yeah. Nobody's got
it,
time to be sick.
no, especially because tomorrow's Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So I have all this cooking and everything to do. It's a terrible hot mess, and it was. Hi, Mark. Hi, Wayne. Thank you, guys. Let's also welcome to the program, surprise, guys. It's a 3-girl team tonight, and we are
Woohoo.
welcoming the fabulous Miss Lady Victoria Jarkwood. Hi, Susan.
Yay.
Hello, Carla.
Hello. How are you?
I'm sorry you're not feeling good.
Oh, I'll be okay. I gotta make some pies tonight, so I'm not.
Oh, jeez.
I'm not feeling very motivated.
Yeah, I know how you feel. Actually, I made mine actually before I come down with this crap. I made it up, froze it, and then because I like to be ahead of the game.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's
That's
smart.
what I usually do. Hi, Caroline. Welcome.
I'm
And Miss
a
Susan is
procrastinator.
Miss Susan's here in her beautiful, mysterious
Of course,
loveliness.
it's not Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Halloween
No,
every
it's
day of the year.
fine. Yes.
Yeah, it's
Same
Halloween
for
every day
me.
for me.
Me too. I love it. I love your background, Susan. It's
Thank you,
awesome.
thank you. It's
Is that
Gothic Victorian. It's like a backdrop.
Oh,
Um,
okay. I was gonna ask if it
Nice.
was your actual wallpaper.
yeah, it's an actual backdrop, so
Nice.
it's pretty cool. Yeah.
And I have to behave myself because Wayne is watching. Wayne says he's
Oh
keeping an eye on
boy.
me.
Oh
I told him, I said,
boy.
if I pass out on the show, is he going to come and rescue me? It might take him a while to get here, though. But hi, Julie. Welcome, Julie. So I'm glad you ladies are all hanging in there. I know it's just been, this weather is getting to everybody. Everybody, I see in chats all over, everybody's sick, got some kind of cold, something going on. Now my husband says his throat's starting to feel sore. I'm thinking, oh
Oh
no,
no. That's how it
I
starts.
can't have him get sick because he's just a big baby. So I told myself, I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. Maybe even know, having the pneumonia, and then I got to do Thanksgiving too. So if you're sick, you're on your own.
I mean, it's definitely going around. About 2 weeks ago, you remember, Laura, I was extremely sick as well.
Yeah.
And I had this cough that just wouldn't go away. I felt like I was hecking up a lung, for God's sake.
Yeah, that's how mine was, how it
Yeah.
started. And of course, I'm thinking, a lot of sinus issues. So thinking, head cold. And
Yep.
then the other night when I'm thinking, nah, something's not right. I'm not feeling right. So I went in and I had to check. They go, oh, nope, you got pneumonia.
Great.
I'm thinking, great. Just what I need. Hi, Laymath. Welcome. So, yeah, I'm just going to try to take it easy. And hopefully my voice will hold out. Friday says, I get sick. I think I have to will it away. I tried to will it away. It wasn't working. They got me on all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I got like the nebulizer, so I can do the breathing treatments. I got an inhaler. Of course, the antibiotics, and all the vitamins and all the, I'm going to start sounding like a maraca when I walk. Good gracious, Miss Julie D's here. Welcome. I wanted to thank you, Friday. I'm trying. I slept most of the day today. I was just totally wiped out. I had to watch my mom this morning when my father went shopping, and I caught myself falling asleep at the kitchen table. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I can't do that. So, but after that, when I come back upstairs to my house, I passed right out. I was done. Excuse me. So, actually, I've got a question. I was really not a question. It could be. I've noticed in a lot of chats that I've been hearing, here and there about YouTubers and investigators. And it pretty much was put out there that you can't be a true investigator and a YouTuber. Pretty much what it boiled down to. You're considered a ghost hunter. What do you ladies think of that statement and being on YouTube and being an investigator?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's, you can't be a ghost hunter and a YouTuber. Anybody that has a channel, they just have to, cross their I's and, cross their T's and dot their I's. If you're going out on investigation, you just have to be sure, you're not faking evidence, everything's real, because there's a lot of YouTubers that will, watch your videos and debunk you, if there's anything going on. But, you could be a YouTuber and a ghost, you could be both, I think.
What do you think, Miss Carla?
About what exactly? The debunking?
Pretty much, I think it has a lot to do with the fakers out there. So
Oh,
it is putting kind of a mark on the real investigators that are on YouTube. And
Right.
I've heard it said that, you really can't be a real investigator and a YouTuber.
Oh,
Because, they're saying that some people aren't doing investigations correctly. What is correct? Everybody
I
has their
don't.
own style.
Well, yeah, I don't. There's a lot to that, honestly, because like everybody has different methods, and everybody likes using different equipment or using all the equipment, and just not. They're not saying that the evidence is real when they use the different equipment. But then if you got the fakers doing stuff, then we've got to twice as hard prove ourselves.
Exactly.
Because like
Exactly.
it's like we almost have to like show that we're not faking it because of the fakers, like, and then they can disprove stuff that we do. But I'd
Right. Yeah, I
rather
think it puts
have
more pressure on.
I guess I'd rather have the debunkers go through my stuff and be like, "Hey, Carla, that was this," and I'm like,
Mhm.
"Oh, sorry, my bad. Like, I thought it was this," and
Right.
that's okay. But not to say that like my investigation isn't real. I'm not out there like a faker. Like, I'm gonna put on a show and fake the whole damn thing.
Right. Yeah, that's what same thing. Everybody investigates different. Um, so you can't judge one against the other. Oh, by the way,
Right.
thank you, Lady Beth. I wanted to thank Lady Math for that. I believe, yeah, we can be true investigators and YouTubers. I mean, more. I don't consider us more YouTubers. I consider us investigators who are presenting our findings
Mhm.
on the YouTube platform,
Yeah.
so that we just share what we find. Um, we're not doing it for the numbers.
Yeah. Yeah.
The numbers are good. I mean, it keeps us going, but I don't think that's our main focus.
Yeah.
Wayne says that statement is well off. Surely you can. In that case, you can't be an investigator and on TV. Exactly. Exactly. I mean, that's just, I think, our way of presenting our data. Um, so to make the statement that we're not real, is I think is wrong. Friday, I fail to see how you can't be both. You can present anything you do and have recorded. What you can't do is be taken serious by everyone on the internet. Someone will always call you fake. You're right. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, I have a friend of mine that, and this was years back, that actually had the opportunity to be in a television series. And one of the things in order to sign the contract was to kind of like pizzazz the investigations, like if nothing happens, to kind of like fake it and to 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 show the audience that something happened. And he actually refused to do so. I mean, it's just,
Good for him.
you have to. When I first started my group CMPS, back in 2004, there wasn't there wasn't anything to say that we needed to debunk. Everything that we heard, everything that we felt was to us a true paranormal experience. It wasn't till later on when I actually, got more into the field and actually, taught myself how to debunk things, and to go, like, if there's a noise, to go to see exactly, is it paranormal or is it like a floor squeaking or something like that. But yeah,
Right.
I do see, there is a lot, unfortunately, there's a lot of fakers out there.
And I think it puts a black mark on us.
Mm-hmm.
And like Carl said, is more pressure for us to prove that what we're doing is real.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like my stuff that I present, I have to be like, "Oh, I'm not using this because they say it's fake," or, and then I'm like, I feel like I'm doing it wrong, and I'm like, "Well, I'm just there to like see if anything is there to begin with." So
Exactly.
I try not to rely heavily on equipment for that reason, so people can't say, "Hey, you're relying on it in the apps and it's bogus." But
And that's actually the first thing they'll say. Oh, well, she's
yeah,
letting letting the equipment run the
Right.
investigation. I don't have
And
anything against the equipment either. I
no.
think it's an experiment. You never know what's going to happen. And anybody who does any kind of investigating know it's boring as hell. So it's kind of like a filler. But you never know. Something might show up. You just don't know. That's all part of the experiment that we're
Hmm.
doing.
But then
Um,
again, if you go in and you just use yourself as a tool, you question on that as well. Like if you
you're
go
right.
in and you say, you know, I sense a presence, they're going to be like, well, was it a cool breeze? Was there air coming into the place? Was it, you know, the window open? So you actually get question on that as well.
Right. Right. Yeah. So no matter what we do,
Mm-hmm.
there's always going to be somebody. I say Mark says, I think there are different types of paranormal investigators. You've got the researchers like Harry Price, Maurice, is it Gossett? Gassi, I'm sorry, I probably butchered that, etc., who could spend days, weeks, even months on this. You're right. And a lot of the investigators that are part of our community have done that, spent, gone back to a place several times. Um, and, because each investigation for that specific place is going to be different.
Mm-hmm.
So, like you'll say, like Conjuring House, for instance, it's the only thing that popped in my head. How many times have people have been there? Several times, and it's been a different experience each time. And it's you just have to document everything,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's pretty much up to the individual who views the data, and they have to make their choice. Friday says I call them deceptive creators rather than just fakers, but yeah, they are. Yeah, they are deceptive creators. But like you said, Susan, your friend had the opportunity to do a television show,
Mm-hmm.
and he, no, because he didn't want to, alter the way he does things
Mm-hmm.
or jeopardize his reputation,
Yep.
uh, you know, because of a TV wants you to fake it
Mm-hmm.
because that's what gets ratings. Wayne, also, just because a debunker checks through your evidence doesn't mean you're fake. They are just trying to solve the unexplainable. Exactly. Exactly. Same thing. I would rather have a debunker go through the stuff that I've got because you're going to miss stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It just happens because you're focused on one thing. So it's even when I was working in the dental business, it's always better to have more than one set of eyes because you're focused on one thing, and then that new set of eyes would come in and say, "Oh, well, this is off or that's off." So you have to have that extra set of eyes
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
check into that stuff. Hello, Miss Angelina.
Hello, Angelina, and that proves a point. Also, ever since like Angelina and I have investigated together, I could she has another way of investigating, and my eyes are more open. And it's interesting the way she investigates as well. Um, so
So yeah,
that's
that's what
great.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's great to have the difference in ideas is fantastic. Even though a lot of us, a lot of people like to do them alone. I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
know Carla goes a lot of places alone.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, but if you bring somebody extra with you once in a while, then you pick up on other things that you might have missed, or just like you said, you learn something new. It's all a
Yes,
learning process.
it is.
Let's see. Friday says Wayne Dawson. It depends on the debunker. Some are simply dismissive because they feel there is no afterlife. That's true. That's true. And then others are more open. Uh, they point out the outright fake pieces of evidence. That's what you want. Not even if it's just. I'm not even thinking about fake, but something that you might have caught that you thought, oh well, that's what this is, and that's not what it was. Somebody
Mm-hmm.
else is going to pick up. No, it was like you said, the wind, or your jacket rubbing up against the mic, or it's just really oddball things like that.
Yeah.
Most paranormal investigators are debunkers by default. Yes, you're right. That's part of the process, or it should be. Uh, That's the difference between, I believe, an investigator and a ghost hunter. An investigator is going to debunk as they go along, but they're going to document every inch of space and what's going on during the whole investigation, and then pick it apart. Or a ghost hunter's in it just for the thrill. Mr. Joe, hi Joe, welcome. Most debunkers actually investigate, and they're putting out junk. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I figured it was debunkers. Yeah, because I asked Joe this question earlier in the week, and he gave me some great feedback, and I'm going to add it to the magazine as a page to get people's opinions on it, because, like I said, you hear, and like you said, well, they aren't doing investigations correctly. Well, what are the guidelines? I didn't know there was written down guidelines that everybody had to follow. Out to truth. Hello. I mean, there is no guidelines. It's common sense, like any other scientific endeavor. You're going to do what you know is right, what you feel is right. Joe, you have text. I know. I do that to everybody. I talk into my phone when I'm texting, and it comes up with some really freaky shit.
What's funny though is a lot of them as well. They hear a noise and then they run the other way. Like they don't actually investigate where the noise is coming from. I have seen a lot of that going on as well.
I only had one time where I ran away from a noise and it scared the shit out of me. And I was in an old building and it sounded like almost animalistic, but it wasn't. And I was the only one there. And it scared me so bad that I left. And I was like, oh my God, did I really hear that? And I was like, I waited for a while and then I went back in to recheck it out because I was like, okay, I want to know what made that noise, what was up in there. I looked up in the attic, the upper room that I was in, there was nothing up there, but I heard this like really low menacing growl and it almost sounded like a mountain lion or a bear. And I was like, well, is there a mountain lion up there in that room? And there shouldn't have been anything because it was daylight and there was tourists around. And I was upstairs in this old ghost town fraternity hall. And I went back up there and there was nothing up there. And I was like, whoa, shit, that was scary because I did not know what it was. And to me, it sounded like very bad. Like whatever it was very bad.
Now, see,
but
I
ran from that because it was like, I'm going to get eaten or some shit. Like,
yeah,
someone's going to hurt me.
Thinking a rabbit animal or something.
Yeah. And I was like, there's nothing up
if
there.
By yourself, you gotta
nothing left. There was only one way in and out too of that building. So I was like, what the hell?
I mean,
weird.
Eat me, right?
And like Laura said, if you're by yourself, it's like you don't know what it is. You don't know if it's homeless people. You don't know what's going on.
See, that stuff scares me. Like going in abandoned places and having a squatter. Like when I worked the Spirit Halloween store, I was scared to work there because when it first opened, we had to like unbox everything and stock everything. And my manager was like, here, go back here and work on this. And you go further back, and I worked in the old Shopco when it first opened. I was a cashier like long years ago. And so working in it all abandoned was creepy. And I was like, I have to use the bathroom. And I went all the way in the back to the bathroom and there was no electricity, no running water. And I couldn't turn the lights on. And I opened the door. I'm like, hell no, I'm not going to go in there. What if there's somebody in there? What if there's like a homeless person hanging out in the bathroom? And I left and then I was like, wait a minute, what am I scared about? And I got my flashlight and I went in there and it was still spooky. I felt like it was in a Resident Evil game. It was, but
wow.
I had to pee really bad. But the live people scare me, I think, worse than investigating does, like, because I don't trust people.
Right. Well, you don't know. Like,
no, you never know, especially being a woman.
A vagrant on some kind of substance, and you're walking into a bad situation. So I can understand, the running. because like I said, the first thing I would think is, oh, rabid animal or something.
Yeah.
You know, get the hell out of there. But you know, if you've got more people with you, then okay, you've got some kind of protection there. But as far as you hear something that you know that is an animal, pretty much, then you know, you run towards it. You don't run away. I got to get caught up here, guys. Yeah, Friday says the guidelines, but with real science, there's no scientific method. Exactly in the paranormal. I agree with you. There are no true guidelines for what we do. Um, so you fit in as much scientific knowledge that you have
Mm-hmm.
into your investigation. You do the best you can until somebody comes out with a manual. You know, I don't understand where people can say, well, you don't investigate correctly. Um, I mean, I could see their point with that statement because a lot of people that's why I consider those people ghost hunters, not investigators, because they'll go in there with some gadgets or whether, you know, whatever, and they'll, you know, and instigate, you know, and try to antagonize and whatever, and you know, they hear a noise like you said, and they'll run, oh, you know, but that's a hunter, not an investigator.
Right. Well, see, on that note, I've gone out with like paranormal groups that have access to different places because they're like a larger paranormal team. And like when I've gone with them, they have so much equipment and stuff that they rely on. And I've watched them set up and use their equipment, and they think that everything going off is like something setting it off. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
no, like it's just, I even debunked one for them because I'm like, there's something wrong with your, oh, it was a light strip. And I was like, are the batteries bad in it? Because these two lights seem to be going off and they thought something was activating it. And I was like, if you watch it, it's a pattern. I'm like, is everything charged? Did you guys check everything? And they're like, oh, it runs on a battery. I'm like, okay, so maybe those two need to be changed. And the guy's like, no, it just runs on one battery. And so, like, it wasn't the battery. What they did was move it across the stage because it was sitting across an electrical line that was setting it off underneath the stage. But they didn't realize that. But everybody on the tour group with them thought something was setting it off. And I was like, no, it can't be. Because, like, it just doesn't seem right to me.
You had it going on there, Miss Carla. You knew.
Well, I always say question everything. Question
Mhm.
everything.
Exactly. You have to. And you write it all down. You know, I record as much as I can
Mhm.
because then you have to go back and you go through that.
Right.
Even though, like, you have it, you might have it on video, but still writing it down so you can match up your notes, whatever's on the video. I mean, it's all part of the process. Angelina says the thrill is running towards the noise. Yeah, it just like I loved it when Side Eye Guy was investigating with Joe and them guys, and he saw something down at the end of the hall, which ended
Yeah.
up being Joe, which is funny. But
Oh,
he just didn't even think; he just took off and ran towards it. And it was the first time I've ever seen anybody do that, and I loved it.
yeah.
Loved it. Haunted Truth. Also, once mass hysteria kicks in, you might as well call it a night. Exactly.
Yeah, I agree with that one. Haunted Truth. Because then everybody's like, so
Yes, Al.
for that reason.
Homeless. Yeah, I mean,
I
that's
just
the thing,
don't.
you know. My sister's that way. She hears something, she's running right after it. And she don't care what it is. So
Yeah.
if it was growling at her, she'd still be running at it. You know,
Mhm.
my sister has no fear when it comes to that stuff. Where I would think about it for a minute, try to rationalize what it is in my own head, and then go after it. Um, you know, bringing a stick with me just in case it is like a rabid raccoon. You don't know. Yes, Al, someone who is homeless and mentally ill or on some kind of substance is very scary and very dangerous because they're going to think that you're there invading their space. So you've got to be careful. And nowadays, there's a lot of homeless people that
Mhm.
take over empty buildings.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that's why. Yeah, there we go, Angelina. They always clear a building first. Yeah, I like to do that too as well. You go through, check out for all that stuff before you even get into it, because you go in blindly at night, forget it. You don't know what you're going to run into. And all you've got is camera lighting. If you don't bring anything else, that's not going to help you out at all. Oh, hey, it's Dawn. I'm at Joe's. Okay. Hi, Dawn.
Hi, Dawn.
She's there for, are you there for
Oh,
Thanksgiving?
nice. I
She's
love
gonna do
Dawn.
all of the
She's
cooking.
adorable.
Oh, they're both too cute. You can't stand
Mhm.
it.
Yeah. I appreciate the debunkers though. Like Joe and Beardo and Kenny Biddle, they know a lot. Like they've used it a lot. They've done a lot. So
Right.
they're good resources when it comes
Yes.
to stuff. So
Yeah. That's why I'm saying I posed this question to Joe, actually Kenny Biddle, and a couple of others, and I just wanted to get their feedback on such a statement. And I think we're all in agreement. There is a definite difference between a ghost hunter and a true investigator. And a true investigator is we're just out here, and that's why I do the interviews. I want the real deal,
Mhm.
on what everybody went through and the experience, so that everybody can enjoy that experience or learn something from it. Um, what is there? When Dawn and I investigated the Moros, we heard what literally sounded like heavy footsteps, and we didn't play around. We ran to see what it was. That's what I love. I love it because
that's really
you don't
cool.
want it to get away.
Yeah. Yeah, I want the real. I want it to be real. I think
Exactly.
like so I want my stuff if it's, something other than what I think it is. I'd rather have it debunked than it be, me misunderstanding.
Exactly. Well, because
That's
then
really cool,
your
Joe.
imagination is your your worst enemy.
Mhm.
It
Hi,
can be
good
when you're
hair
scared
girl.
too,
Oh yeah,
you know.
because
You
you're
can
thinking,
really
oh, what is it?
you can scare yourself in those places really easy too.
Anywhere. Just like everybody goes,
Yeah.
I don't believe you go to cemeteries. Why?
Seeing like when
But
the
not for
stuff
nothing.
goes off, like when I have equipment go off or I have things responding to me, I'm not
Right.
scared by it. I want to know more. Like I sit there and like trying to figure out what's going on or something really communicating with me or what's making that noise or setting it off. I'm not the one to run away either, except for like that growl because I thought I was gonna get eaten. But
Right.
yeah.
Well, like you said, you don't know. You mean your area? You got mountain lions and
Yeah,
stuff.
I honestly thought it was a mountain lion, and when I went back in, there was nothing there. So I'm like, wow, that was a really menacing growl at me. Like it didn't want me to be there, and I was like, so that's why I left because I was like, I'm getting the hell out of here for now. And then I went back to figure out what made that noise. So, but
Right. Well, you got to figure. Okay, then I know, because I would be thinking, okay, the sound of the growl. What sounds like that?
it
What
did
kind of
sound like
animals in
one,
the
but I
area?
was like, no, it just wasn't. It was really low, like, and it didn't sound like a cat. It didn't sound like a bear for sure, but
Right. See, like I said, you got mountain lions, so you got to worry
yeah.
about, it got caught in there, and you said there's only one
Mhm.
way out, so
Yeah,
I
and that
wouldn't
was my
expect
first
it
thought.
either.
Like there was a mountain lion hanging up in the attic and there was nothing up there. So I was like,
And
well,
it's gonna eat my ass, so I better get out of here.
right. Yeah.
Here, kitty, kitty. Let's see. Haunted truth. The issue with the bearded one is true. He knows a lot of stuff, but he also makes false claims, and now just makes drama for clout, even if it's not objective truth. Ah, well, I mean, everybody has their opinions, and they put them out there, and uh, it's up to you whether to roll with it or debate. That's the thing. I love to be able to. People are able to debate and have a common, calm conversation about the debate without being offended. Friday says good debunkers are needed, but the bad ones aren't getting much attention currently. once the debunking field becomes saturated, we might see more of them. Uh, True debunkers. I would have to say true debunkers. Because I mean, you've got some guys out there, which I'm not going to name, but they're bad. They're bad, and they're doing it again for to make. Hey, look at me, and I know more than this one, and some are just downright mean, and
Well,
that's not what the debunking
I've
thing's
seen a
about.
lot of channels that'll and not our community. This is like outside. I've seen a few like random debunk channels that will pick apart the same subject that's like trending at the moment, like whether it's the
Yeah.
greenhouse or Sam and Colby,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like they will like hit on that for views. Like I've seen that where like I think that's what they're talking about, like the not true good debunkers like our community. They're just like the random channels that are like, oh, this is what's going on. I know how to grow my channel even more because they're using the same subject and then they're just running off of it. And I think that's bullshit.
Right. And we've all seen it.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something. When I started doing this, well, I've had the YouTube channel for a long time, but I never was putting stuff on. And then when I became active, doing the interviews and putting stuff on here, and as time has gone on, I am blown away by the way some of these people behave. In general, I mean, it is like being back in high school, where you've got people that are being threatened with physical violence because they disagree with what you say, or they try to take down your channels, or it's just, or you get blacklisted. What is wrong with everybody?
Yeah, yeah. It's like NBC News. Something comes out and it's everywhere, everywhere.
But it's just, I don't understand it. I mean, you're all supposed to be adults,
Yeah.
and and people that get very, oh, what is it, like with that My Haunted Hotel crap? Boy, it got nasty.
Mm-hmm.
And all people were doing were giving their opinions. And not for nothing, if you put it on YouTube, it is out there for everybody to pick apart. So
Yeah.
you either got to put your big boy pants on and deal with it, or don't put the stuff out there. Not everybody is going to agree with us or like what we do. It's just the way the game is played. But don't start. Like, what was it that time? Beardo, his poor wife was being attacked. She had nothing to do with any of that, and it's just I don't. They're just serious.
The one
Seriously,
thing though I do wish is if I ever like when I do put out an investigation, if somebody sees something wrong with it or have any questions, to please just personally reach out to myself and don't blast
right,
it.
right.
I just rather talk to that person one-on-one first and saying, oh yeah, maybe this happened and I'll look into it or review my evidence, but just don't blast it and call people out either. That's one of the things that I don't like.
Right.
Right. Well, they make a whole video about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I think they should just message people privately and
Mm-hmm.
work it out. There's no reason to like be nasty on somebody's comments. Definitely not threaten somebody or like want to hurt them. That's horrible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There was one gentleman that I was following, um, Ranger Paul. I don't know if you guys know Ranger Paul. He's from the UK. Apparently, there were people going after him for some stuff, and he took down his entire channel. And I just think that's terrible. That it brought him to the point where he stopped doing something he was enjoying. They might have not have agreed with a lot of the stuff that he said or the way they investigated, but that's his channel. That's his way. You don't have to like it, just don't watch it.
Mm-hmm.
My internet was going down, and Ranger Paul was and is a great guy. Yeah, see, and I had to ask people what happened to him. Where'd he go? I mean, he had a lot of information, and let's see. Channel has frozen. Hope you've got. Your side. Oh, okay. As everybody's, I know I keep saying everybody says that we're having channel issues. Hopefully, we're not freezing up,
Yeah,
you
we're
guys.
good. We're good. Yeah, I
I've
know
been
of another
coming in.
person that has had did investigations, and they're now switching it off to doing something else and not paranormal anymore because they kept on being called out or made fun of, or so.
Right. All right. Yeah, Claire's having some issues. Yeah, no, we're good on this end, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Richard. How are you? Thanks for joining. Um, yeah, I just think it's crazy that people get brought to. Well, the same thing happened to Purple. You know, he was doing his thing, and he's a wonderful human being, great content. But when the stress of bashers and trolls, you know, get on you, and it brings you to the point where I need to stop doing this. It's
Mm-hmm.
awful. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Friday. Um, and I've seen a lot of that going on. And again, a lot of people, you know, investigators, even Joe has said it. This is a hobby. Um, Hi, poet. How are you? Uh, you know, we're doing this to share with everybody the information. We're not here to get beat up or bashed. You know, and you might not agree with people's investigation style, methods, what they use, uh, but that's your bag, not theirs. Still, just enjoy the content, and if it's real, and okay, they might be using gadgets, ignore the gadget part. Check out what they're picking up just on video and recorder. You know, you might not agree with the whole entire thing. Richard says, I'm not part of a group, but want to do some investigating by myself. I was thinking of some cemeteries and other ideas until I can find a group or create one myself. Go for it. Yeah, just go. And you know what? You guys don't have to. Um, you don't have to do it at night because I look at it. If it's haunted
Mm-hmm.
during the night, it's haunted during the day.
Right. You're
You're
exactly right,
still
Laura.
gonna pick up stuff. Yeah.
I've had stuff happen broad daylight. Like, it didn't have to be dark for stuff to
Yeah.
happen.
Right. I mean, you're not gonna get a lot of like dark shadows and stuff because it's not gonna be dark. But let's see. I've got bad weather here. Oh, okay. Maybe that's affecting what's going on, Claire.
I do, in response to Rich's comment there, I would like, if you're thinking of creating a group, please, please get to know the people that that you want included in your group. Go out in investigations with them, see how they investigate, etc. Because I tell you, I have been burned many times. Forming groups and actually catching them faking evidence, and then it
Oh,
falls back
wow.
on yourself. So you
Yes.
definitely want to be sure, if you have a group, you want to be sure that you really know them.
Yeah. And yeah, know what they're about.
Mm-hmm.
Just, pick them apart like you're doing an interview. It's the way you've
Yes.
got to do it. Well, same thing happened with Angelina, where she was involved with an investigator.
Yep.
And then when it got around to her that the person was caught doing fake stuff, because I remember watching the video and I seen the person on there, I'm thinking, oh no,
I know.
she is
I
not.
know. I was there.
Yeah, and you don't
Tell
want to
me
be like guilty by association. Like, you hate
Mm-hmm.
that. Like, you
right,
don't want,
right,
because people do that and you're like, nope, I didn't have any part in that.
yeah. I will say,
Yeah, I mean,
Susan, Angela, you probably told you. That's the reason why I didn't sub to her at first.
yeah.
Because I seen that video and I'm thinking, oh no, this woman is fake, and if she's in with this woman, then I'm just not even going to be bothered. And I told Angelina that, and Angelina goes, "Yep." She goes, she goes, "I took care of that." Yeah,
Yeah. And the other thing is, you have to find somebody that's actually dedicated to actually spend the time to go on investigations with you, because right now there's a lot of like, you could like join like events and you could go with other paranormal groups, so there's not really a commitment. But I tell you, there was one particular story that I actually made a couple into my group, and we were actually on this big event, Global Ghost Hunt, and we were actually at the SK Pierce house. And we investigated for the night, and I got back the next morning. I started going over my video evidence, and I heard as plain as day a voice, a woman's voice. And we were Eleanor, which we were actually in her room. I mean, I'm like, oh my God, we got a paranormal voice. So I'm like, wait a minute, because I actually had a camera in that room as well. So I reviewed the evidence, and I actually seen her, the person that I was investigating with, actually bend down, like actually yell into the recorder, like the female's voice, and get back up and act like she wasn't even, she didn't even do that. So I just, I didn't call her out, but I said, did you know there was a voice recorder on the bed? And, once if you need something to say, please say, I'm talking, this is such and such. I'm talking, blah, blah. So that's one of my examples. Like, you really get to know that person and work with them.
Good night, Mark. Thanks for joining us. Our UK family is having issues, guys.
Bye, Mark.
They're buffering. So hopefully you guys can hang out as long as you can.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, have a great night. It's almost 1 a.m. there.
Wow.
All of our UK family is saying they're having issues. So maybe it's a UK thing, because everybody else says it's working all right.
Mm-hmm.
They got bad weather.
Sorry, I had to cough a little bit there. Yes, you're right, Bill. It is great advice. You have to see. It was easy for me because my team is family members.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I already know who they are. But if I was going to have anybody else come in from the outside, definitely it would be like a total background check.
Yeah.
I want to know the insides and outs. And yeah, if you're caught faking, you're out of here, because I'm in this for the real deal. The real findings, the real information. And you don't need to make stuff up and then get everybody's hopes up, and then you find out it's all crap. Because then, I would be really angry. Friday says, I haven't had a real team in many years.
Yeah, I until like I met Angelina, I've been, primarily doing investigations myself as well.
Yeah, the last couple of times I was out, my husband was with me, because the rest of the team, it's hard because, well, I do it during the day, they're working. And then, at night, it's now it's late in the season. The weather's pretty crappy. We're supposed to have snow tomorrow, so I don't know. So there might not be too many outside adventures for a while.
Yeah, I think we're just getting rain here. I'm not sure though. I haven't checked it recently.
Yeah, well, we could skip the snow. I'm not a big fan. So
I hate snow, man.
I love snow. Is beautiful. I love seeing it all stuck to the trees. It's gorgeous when it's snowing. I just don't want to be out in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks nice, but you don't want to live in it.
From the window. I mean, I'm sorry.
It's pretty.
The older I get, the worse it is. It's like, I don't want to cold crap.
Yeah, it's cold here.
What is the temperature there, Carla?
Today it was 28.
Mm-hmm.
It's been pretty cold.
28.
Yep.
Yeah, there's no way I would be on that. Sorry.
I can't blame you.
Actually, let's see. Right now here it is. Waiting for it to load. 32.
Yeah.
Woo, put the shorts on, guys. 32.
I know. Huh? I actually saw someone in shorts and short sleeve shirt today. It's 35 here.
Oh, jeez. Actually, I do have shorts on. I wear shorts all year long. That's just because I don't like clothes. I never did. When I was skinny, when I was younger, it was easy. Less clothes that made me feel better. Now, just unless I get one of those, what are those moo dresses or those old lady house dresses?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't see that happening either. So yeah, I was my parents would always be yelling at me. It's like 20-something degrees out and I got shorts on. Aren't you cold? No. If I was cold, I wouldn't have shorts on. Richard says, got to be a good place to find others wanting to investigate. Facebook has gotten too crazy for me. Maybe a good forum or something. Even if you put like I'm sure, well, most places have local groups on their
Mhm.
Facebook feeds. Put an ad out there.
Mhm.
And see who'd be interested. And again, do like an interview type thing with them. So, you could see who's out there and who's willing to be serious about it, you know? That you're welcome reason we are thinking. Yeah, I know everybody's been sick. It's just this sucks, guys. Bad time of year though.
Yes. Yeah.
Hopefully it'll be my last time being sick for the season. But because I don't normally get sick. So this one just kind of knocked me uh, off guard. Let's see. I thought I'd try to. All right, let me see who would be good for him. 10. I thought maybe try meetup. Yeah, I do like say, hey, meet me up at like Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks or whatever you got in your area. Sit down, have a coffee, get a notebook out and a pen and start taking notes, ask questions. That's what I do when I'm asked to perform a wedding ceremony. I have my little book with me, and I have a standard set of questions that I ask the couple,
Mhm.
and I document their responses, and then I let them know if I'm willing to do the ceremony. Because if I don't think somebody's serious about being married, then I won't do it. It's I'm not going to marry somebody and then 6 months later they're headed for divorce court.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're not going to take it serious, I'm not going to do it. They look at you. I said, well, it's all part of the process.
Mhm.
You gotta answer some questions. So you just do the same thing if you're trying to develop a team for investigating. Because Susan says she's been burned,
Yeah.
and that's really upsetting because you're putting your trust in people to be a part of the team. Collect true data, not make shit up. I mean, what would be the sense? Especially if you don't put it out on YouTube. What sense does it make to fake it? Who's gonna know? So yeah, that doesn't even make any sense. Laura, have you ever had to not officiate a wedding because of that? Yes. Yes, I just the questions that I ask and the responses. If the responses were very selfish, self-centered type responses, uh, then yeah. And there's other questions that I ask as well. And if I didn't like the responses, then I would tell them I'm sorry, I can't do it. And if they ask why, I tell them why. I said, because not for nothing, marriage or any partnership is 50-50. And if you don't see it that way, then you don't get married. There's no one side. Let's see. Claire says that you're doing a premiere and a live investigation next week. Oh, we look forward to it, Claire.
Ooh.
I always enjoy their stuff. They're so cute. And I love the way they do things.
Yeah.
Amen. Yeah, Richard. I think it's very important that people know that it's a relationship is 50-50. And if you can't see it that way, then you shouldn't be together. You can't put everything on one person's shoulders, because if a person is only going to be with you when times are good, what happens when times are bad? What are they going to say? F you, I'm out of here. Oh, I mean, come on. That's just not. You have to take the good with the bad. Hello, Mr. Jeff. Hello.
Hey, Jeff.
Listening. Jeff, what is Jeff up to? He listening while getting
That
ready
sounds yummy.
bacon wrapped smoked turkey.
That
I want to
sounds
come.
yummy.
Go to Jeff's
We're all
house.
going to show up at Jeff's with forks. That'd be so
Yeah.
freaking funny. We invasion of the Boo property. Everybody's
Smoked
got
turkey.
forks.
Yummy.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Yummo, yummo. You've been listening, Jeff. What is your opinion about the statement that we had said from the beginning? Jeff, Bill said, check your messages. I'm charging Bill for secretarial duties. Check your messages, Jeff. But yeah, we're all going to hang out there. What are you guys' plans for tomorrow?
I've got to make some pies, and I'm going to my mom's house.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
It'll be good.
Miss Susan, what is your plans for the holiday, or do you celebrate the holiday? I should ask.
I actually do. I'm actually gonna, make a ham. I bought everything else. So I'm just
Cheater,
gonna
she's
make
cheating.
I know my parents are coming over, so I'm gonna do that. And then I have the day after off, so just
Very
relax.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope yours is nice tomorrow, Susan.
Yeah. And then we're gonna be live on Saturday, so
Oh,
yeah.
exciting. Yay.
Are you going to be sitting there doing the show holding a turkey leg?
Yeah.
Come on, do it. It'd be funny.
Yeah. I actually, you know what? I actually don't care for turkey. I can only have turkey like once a year, and I already had the turkey. So I'm just not a turkey person.
Right. Yeah, we always do turkey for Thanksgiving and ham for Christmas. But okay, well then you have to hold a rubber chicken then.
Yeah.
Or do the show with a rubber chicken. Let's see. Richard is going to his brother's. His wife is doing the cooking. Nice. Hello, Caroline. Step
Nice.
away from it. I know, really. Well, I'll get some help, but I don't know if I said hello, Caroline. Hello, honey. How are you? Yeah, I got to get up early. See, this way I always do everything in advance because I remember long ago I used to do everything all in that same morning, that same day, and then by the end of the day, you want somebody just to put you out of your misery.
I know you're
I-
excited. I used to do that too.
all day to cook it,
Smart.
10 seconds to eat it, and then 2-3 hours to clean it up.
Yeah, if you're lucky to sit down and eat
Yeah.
ready.
Yeah, exactly. So I put a stop to that crap real quick.
Yeah.
I do all the baking. Like I said, oh, actually, it's not even baked. The pie is put together and it's raw and it goes directly into the freezer. So tomorrow morning, I'll crank on the oven, shove the pie in there. It'll be done and ready. All like your trays and stuff that you do, that's all done the night before, wrapped up, put in the refrigerator. So the only thing I really got to do tomorrow is cook the turkey and the sides, and that's it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's you got to do it that way. Otherwise, you go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then try to do dishes as we go.
Yeah. You're the pro at meal prepping for Thanksgiving.
So I've had to learn to do that because, like I said, it's all day. And everybody goes, "Oh, did you enjoy your holiday? What holiday?" I worked harder at the holiday than I did at work.
I know.
Yeah, and it's so funny. It's like my parents, like they come over at like 1 and they're getting ready to leave at 3. It's like they only stay for like a couple of hours. So once they come, the dinner has to be ready. And
Right.
then we'll have dessert and then they'll just
go.
a couple hours later.
So it's a feeding frenzy at Susan's house.
I know.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have about 12. I think 12 people.
Wow.
So it's usually about that many. And then also, my mom and her dementia. So I said, listen, somebody's got to babysit her because I can't keep an eye on her and do all of this at the same time. And I always tease her though. I'll say, you cooking? Oh yeah. She knows what's going on. That's you gotta just set it up so it works. And it's kind of like a precision, machine, because otherwise it's chaos.
Michael's having 49 people.
Oh my gosh. That's great.
Oh, wow.
Wow, Michael.
That's awesome though.
That is crazy.
I can't imagine the food they're going to have.
I can't imagine either.
We used to have really big holidays when my grandparents were alive.
Us too. But we used to split it up because it was just too much. It was too much. Uh,
Yeah.
like Christmas, we would go to like my father's side of the family Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day would be my mother's side. You got to split it up because then you'd have 49, 50 people.
Yeah, that makes
Crazy. That's crazy. Wow.
And he says that's just immediate family. Yeah, that's what we used to go
Mhm.
through too. But
Wow.
everybody's kind of like dispersed now and
yeah.
doing all their own things. So that's okay with me because I don't want to cook for 50 people.
We maybe had like 20 or more people at my grandma's house though. But it seemed like it was big, when they were alive. They were the glue. They were the main.
Right,
Yep.
right. Yeah, see, that's pretty much what happened with us. When my grandparents passed, then just everybody just split up and started doing it at their own houses.
Yeah.
And we're always invited to their place, but my father wants it here, so I've got to do it here. And if people come, they come. If they don't, he just says more turkey for him. So, I mean, he just wants to keep it here. So, because I'm thinking, well, I'd like to be able to sit down and just enjoy the meal and say, okay, bye, I'm going. That won't
Well,
happen.
see, since my parents are only here for 2 hours, I can enjoy the rest of the day
Yeah. Your
with
evening.
the cocktail.
There you
Right,
go.
exactly.
Test that out. Yep.
That's the bummer. I can't have a cocktail this year.
I'm sorry.
All of that medicine, but you know what?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
might just have a little nip here and there. Hi, Raven.
A sip. Yep. Just a little sip, Laura.
Between the medication and maybe a little nip, I might not make it to do
Oh,
the dishes.
my goodness.
It's-
That's
yeah,
crazy. So I
because
have
it's
to
my
ask you,
sister.
I have
Head
to
guy.
ask your ladies. So Christmas next year
Mhm.
is coming up, 2025. What do you guys have planned
For Christmas?
for Christmas for next year?
Probably the same as this year. I'll probably go out to my mom's.
It'll be the same here. Yeah.
I used to
Me
do
too.
like all of it. Like I used to do all of Thanksgiving and all of Christmas when I was with my ex. And now that I'm not and I'm single, I spend it like I'd do half and half. Like I'd go out to my mom's and then the rest was all me at my ex's house. So now I just go to my mom's and enjoy it and I don't have to be so overwhelmed, which is nice.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just once, I'd love to be able just to sit on my ass and do nothing.
Hmm.
I don't know. That'll ever happen. Raven's loving the feathers,
Mm-hmm.
Susan.
I know her outfit's awesome.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
She's doing it right.
Yeah,
Octopus with
yeah.
no friends. Welcome. What a
Yeah, you
name.
know what's
Octopus with no friends. How sad.
Oh.
amazing is I don't know if you know Elaine.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
She's actually making a mask for me.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's right. You said she was.
Yeah. So I sent her the dimensions, and she's actually working on it. I'm so excited.
So
Do
cool.
we
What is
get a
it? What?
little hint?
So it's actually a toss up because I like mystical creatures.
Yeah.
So it's a toss up between Medusa, Celtic. It's really cool.
Right on.
So
I'm
I
excited.
can't wait.
It does amazing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does do a good job. I don't know if I could. You're going to wear that every time you're on a show, correct?
Yeah, so it actually it's the bottom half is going to be uncovered. It's
Right.
just the upper half, the eyes and everything.
Nice.
Right.
So and it's
Uh,
breathable too, which is great. So it doesn't cover the whole face.
right. See, that's the
So
thing. I
yeah.
wouldn't want it over my whole face.
Yeah. Well,
So
I'm
sorry
gonna
about
have to
that.
drink because that's paranormal
Right.
happy hour. I have to drink.
Yeah, you gotta
So
have something there.
yeah.
So what is? I forget what they're called. The name totally escapes me. The kind of mask where it just covers the eyes. What do they call that, guys? When you
Masquerade.
The masquerade.
is that what it is? I think that's what I'm looking for. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I could wear. I don't know. I could probably wear something like that. Why bother? You guys already know how scary looking I am anyway, so I cover it up. Let's see, Claire. Since her grandparents passed, it's all changed. Some of us don't even talk to her. Yeah, that's what it is. When the grandparents go, like Carla said, they were the glue. And once that's it, that's it. Richard says the same thing, the glue that holds families together. Bill. Bill wants to know if you ate Thanksgiving dinner with your hood on.
Oh my God, Bill. I actually, you know what the funny thing is?
Smarty.
I actually, when I go out with family, I actually, I'm just myself. But yeah, my mother doesn't even know that I even have this podcast that, anything about me. So I
Oh,
have
geez, you
to,
put that on and scare the hell out of her.
I know I should dress like this and see what happens. Yeah, that
Happy
would be,
Thanksgiving, Mom.
yeah, that'd be
No.
crazy.
Excuse me. Raven wants to know if anybody else is having buffering problems. A lot of our UK family was having problems, Raven.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's if that's the issue or not, because everybody else seems to be good.
Yeah, my
Matt's
end is
great.
good.
Yes, I don't know. Eating turkey in the hood. Yeah, I know that would be funny.
That would be funny, actually.
Bill says, yeah, it might be an overseas things. Yeah, I think so because nobody else is having a problem. Oh, Angelina, yes, lots of buffering problem, but not on Susan's page. Oh, I don't know.
Weird.
I don't know. Weird, weird, weird.
Hmm.
Friday said it's been steady there. Well, that's because
Yeah.
it's Texas. It's steady in Texas because it's afraid.
Mine's
Texas don't
fine. I
play.
haven't had any glitches. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
I'm
I'm still
sorry.
moving. I'm not doing no Matrix kind of thing here, so I don't know. Richard said, yeah, route issue somewhere. Oh, I don't know. Let me check something here, guys. I'm going to, because I do have my YouTube page up, but the sound is off. Let me
Okay.
shut that down, and I'll see if it helps anybody out there. I shut that off, so now I just got the StreamYard open. So let's see if that helps anybody. Friday goes, even the internet connections are bigger here. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it at all. Friday's got himself a little bit of a groupie thing going on. When he was on Steve's show the other night, he had all the girls making their comments. Hi, Porto, welcome.
Hi, Nando.
So just let me know, guys, if the buffering has stopped. Miss Angelina, let me know if that helped out. Because I shut off the YouTube. Because I don't normally have the YouTube open. Claire says I'm going to get drunk this year. Last few years, been too ill to drink. Oh yeah, I don't drink a lot. If I do, it's usually holidays, or I save it for when we go camping. Because camping, I know I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying at the campgrounds. So
There you
yeah,
go.
I pretty much let it loose at the campgrounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny because I always create my drinks for my podcast. So I always have to like make a couple of drinks before I like get it to where I want it. So it's kind of funny because by the time I actually go live on the podcast, I've already had like one or two drinks.
So she's pretty much lit, guys. That's what she's
I'm
telling
pretty much, yeah. Thank God
That's
you can't see my eyes.
Okay, Nick. Thanks for popping in.
Bye, Nick.
Go write that script. You have an awesome night too. Yeah, Bill said no issues there. Okay. So maybe, I don't know. Angelina, where'd you go? I gotta find out if it straightened it out.
It sounds clear.
Michael says that the mask goes over your eyes is El Cheapo. He's a superhero.
Superhero.
Oh, geez. That is funny. So yeah, anybody got any questions? Whatever you want to talk about. Anything and everything. We are open. The floor is
What's
open.
new for 2025? Any new things going on?
Miss Carla?
I want to do more investigations. I do. Right now, it seems like it's a slow time. Like nothing.
It's slow
I
for
can't even
everybody.
go out anywhere because it's so cold.
Yeah.
I don't want to either. I mean, I want to, but I don't want to. I don't want to hang out at a ghost town all night when it's like 12 degrees.
I don't
Doesn't sound
blame you.
fun to me. And I can't start a fire because I'll get in trouble. You
Uh-huh.
know. So yeah, it's just hard to find places that you can go to. So I definitely want to go to more places next year.
Hi, Julie. Yeah, it's too cold.
Plus, it's expensive as well.
A lot of stuff I do is outdoors now. I don't do that many inside buildings. I've got a list. Haven't made it there yet.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I might do some indoor stuff in the winter. It depends. It all depends on like I said, time, money, who's available. Um, but mostly me, it's just, I want to keep up with everybody else doing interviews, the open mic nights, just try to keep everybody up to date on what's going on in our
Yeah, that'd be
community. And then
good.
continuing with the magazine.
Hmm.
They keep you pretty busy. But yeah, that's this. I've heard of a lot of people. It's slowing down. Everything is
Yeah,
slowing down.
it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd
So
be good.
unless you have, opportunity to go somewhere and stay inside a building,
Yeah.
yeah,
My big thing next year, I want to go and I'm gonna save my money for it. I'm gonna go to Salem around Halloween. Like not Halloween, but I'm gonna go. Like I want to go check out the witch museum and all that stuff over there. Because
oh, I'd
they
love to
go
do that
big. They
too.
go big for Halloween. I just want to be like,
Yeah,
I want to absorb all of it. I want to just go. So that's my bucket
yeah,
list. I'm gonna do
that'd
that
be
this year.
fantastic. I know they say don't go on Halloween because it's terrible.
Yeah, no, I plan like maybe a few days before when I hopefully,
Right.
hopefully they have some more things going on, some
Well,
events
because
and
isn't
stuff.
it like
But
a whole isn't it like a whole couple of weeks event up to
I hope
Halloween?
so, because that'd be
Yeah.
awesome. I want to go at least like 2 days before Halloween.
I'd
I've
love to
been
do that
checking out
too.
some like really cool old hotels over there. Like there's one called the Hawthorne that I want to go stay overnight at. It's
Yes.
not very far from
Yes.
it. Have you heard
Yes.
about it, Susan?
Yes. Well, it's Salem's actually about 40 minutes from me, and I actually was
Oh wow.
there. I was there like 4 months ago.
Oh
Um,
nice.
the Hawthorne
Great.
the Hawthorne is definitely there's actually a Pacific hotel room that's haunted.
Yeah,
But that's a great hotel. It's
cool.
it's a little pricey
Yeah,
around that time, obviously.
right.
But there are awesome like B&Bs around
Mm-hmm.
there, things like that. But Salem's awesome. You need to
Yeah.
experience it.
Oh, thank you. That'd be so great. I just
Yeah,
saw that one online when I was Googling. I was like, that's a cool looking hotel. I would love to go
yeah.
stay there. And I didn't think it was, haunted or anything. So if you said like, yeah, I'll go stay the night in that room. That
And it's
sounds
right
Yes.
in town. It's right in town. You got the Witch Museum, you got
sweet.
the Peabody Museum, you got a whole bunch of things around there.
Wow.
So when is the best time for her to go, Susan?
So Halloween's really crazy there, although I heard that it wasn't that bad this year. But I went actually in September, where things started picking up. October, of course, they have a lot more events and things like that, and
Yeah.
they decorate, they do it all up there in October. It's just that if you're planning to go in October, I would
Mhm.
definitely, especially for that hotel, try to book it as soon as you can,
Okay.
because things get booked pretty quickly.
Oh, that's cool.
All right. Oh, thank you, Claire, for letting me know that it's better. Uh, yeah, Julie said that she heard the Witch Museum was a waste of money.
Oh, really? I wonder if they just have like good history there. Have
It's
you
just a
gone there?
history. Yep.
Yeah, I like the history stuff, so I'd have fun
Um, right. Well,
reading
I did.
about
I
it.
actually just watched a video where somebody went there, and they said they tell you the whole story behind the witch trials and all of that, and there was some wax figures, but that was
Oh.
pretty much it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, I've never been there myself, but it would be great if we could all meet up and go together. That'd be fun.
Oh, yeah.
The haunted ghost tours are really awesome as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'd be really fun. So yeah, hopefully
Mhm.
you'll get to do that. I can't, commit because I have no idea what's going on from minute to minute around here. If I'm
Yeah.
going to do a trip, it's usually by the my seat of my pants and just jump in the truck and go. That's how we do it.
That
Everything's
works.
very spontaneous.
Mhm.
So yeah, and I don't know, is there campgrounds around there? Because what I would do is just hook up my camper and then drag it along and just stay in that.
I don't know if there's any campgrounds around there, but they have like very affordable B&Bs there around there too. Because again, that hotel typically, doubles the price
Yeah.
around
Okay.
that time.
Right.
So
Sure. So yeah, you would have to
Mhm.
book it now to lock yourself into a cheaper rate.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
So there you go, Carla. You're gonna
It's
have
good
to
to
hook it
know.
up.
You
That
got
would be
it.
awesome.
So yeah, well, I mean, if I can't make it, at least Susan could meet up with you there. That'd be
I
Oh,
fun.
know,
definitely.
I
Definitely. I'm
would
only
love to
40
come
minutes
see you.
away. I would even stay with you there.
Yes, please come with me.
Girls'
Yeah,
night.
we could share the cost or something. Definitely.
Yeah.
I love it there.
I would love to go with you. That'd be great.
You both
Then I
go. You
wouldn't
guys get
feel
loaded
like
and go to the
tourist
witch.
and I've like my head cut off. Like I don't know what I'm doing.
There you go. See,
At least you
Susan,
got some ins on it. Yeah,
right? She'll know where to go.
that's good. That's really
So
good.
there you go. We just set that up. That'd be great.
Yeah.
And then you guys film everything, and we all could watch.
Yeah. Me and Susan go investigating. See, and then you get to learn other people's investigating styles. And that's
Right.
cool.
As well.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could go to the cemetery where the witch trials were.
Oh, that'd be
Um,
amazing.
so there's a
Yeah.
lot
That'd
of
be
cool
cool.
stuff there.
Of course, now Angelina will find out, so she's gonna sneak up on you guys and
The
show up.
more the merrier. We'll go have a
That'd be
ski on.
fun.
Absolutely.
It'd be fun because she's
Couple
not that
more.
far
Absolutely.
either. Is
Yep.
Yeah.
She's not that far from there.
No,
start
no,
a
she's
coven.
actually gonna. Yeah. We'll go over there. It'll be fun.
So let's see. Friday says, I personally never visit any haunted location that charges. Most are overpriced, and there is absolutely zero guarantee there'll be any activity. No, that's not just you. That's me too. I don't pay.
Mhm.
I can't afford to pay, guys.
It's expensive, especially
Yeah.
if you're just one person. It's so expensive. I know, like the SK Pierce house charges $500. But they have a lot of places also, they have a minimum of how many people. Like you have to book it with a minimum of 5 people, I believe.
Right.
A lot of places have specifics on when to book it and how to book it. So
Yeah, you'd have to set the whole thing up.
yeah.
Right.
Julie R says, Carla, if you drive, you could swing down Kansas and pick me up.
Oh my God.
Oh.
That'd be
You
one
know,
hell of a road
driving
trip.
would be cool because then I get to sightsee.
Yep.
I love road trips. So
I do
come
when
save
somebody else
Julie.
is driving.
She's so
Julie
sweet.
will be on the corner of the road with her suitcase. She'll be ready.
I'll grab her.
That's how she'll be driving by. You got to jump in.
Oh, she's awesome.
So it'd be fun. A lot of us could all get together.
Right.
There's been a lot of times where I've seen like Joe and Dawn and all of them. Close by where I am would be only like a couple of hours, but it's always either money holds you back or something else is
Yeah,
going
that's
on.
true.
So it holds me back on a lot of stuff. Again, with my disability, I can't walk around a lot. So somebody's got to put up with that shit. Me, sitting every 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. So it's, unless I get one of those, what do they call those scooter things?
Right.
Now that'd be horrible.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I like watching the videos when like people collab together, like the people that we know, because those are super
Groups,
fun.
yeah.
Like the latest one
It's
where
fun.
Joe and Kenny and Jeff got together. That was cool.
Yeah.
or John
That was
and
great.
Don and Joe are together with Dawson, and they're fun to watch.
Yeah, they are.
I love that.
And
They're just
because we're part of it because we get to
hmm
see that. So
yeah.
that's how they make you feel. You're part of it. Friday goes. The trip needs to be live streamed. I think so.
Oh,
That'd
we
be some
would. I'm
live
sure we
stream the
could
whole
fit some
way.
of that in, huh, Susan?
Richard goes
Yeah.
ghost trip.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah,
Well, we'll
ghost
have
trip.
to
That'd be
plan it.
great.
I'm serious about it. So
Yeah.
if I come that way, I'll keep in touch with
Yeah.
you.
I'll definitely take some time off. Yeah, definitely.
That'd be great.
Yeah, I definitely, as far as 2025, I definitely want to travel more as well.
Good.
I want to do, people reached out to me and basically say that, they want to see more, of me actually going out and investigating more,
Mm-hmm.
taking live videos. So I actually did. It was kind of weird. In Lincoln, Mass, around where I am, there's actually a place called Pony Hedge. And I'm actually going to post a video with it. From 2010, these rocking horses just appeared on this pasture, and now there's 50 of them.
Oh.
And they just keep on appearing and appearing, and nobody knows where they came from.
Okay.
So I actually did a video on it, but I want to do more like oddities, things like that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Because right now I'm just doing podcasts and I'm not
Mm-hmm.
putting anything else out there. So that's one of the things
Right.
I want to do.
That's what I would love to.
That's
Also.
Yeah.
amazing. Oh, I love it.
Hi, Faith. Yeah, I don't get out that often. So no, you're not
Lady
late. There's no, you're
Victoria's
never late.
Oddities. Oh, that sounds so good.
Yeah.
Let's see. Friday says we still haven't gotten to watch Dawson and Kenny have it out on a live stream. I feel cheated here. I know. I love it when the two of them go at it. That's just hysterical. That is just something that everyone loves to watch. It's two different ends of the spectrum there, and then Kenny just he gets so riled up. I love it. So again, but Dawson's doing his thing. He's doing the experiment, and even though if Kenny doesn't agree with any of that equipment, people are going to use it. That's why I put out there one time. I wish that even I mentioned that to Steve from Nocturnal Frequency Radio and a couple others. If all of these people who have had 30 plus years in the field would put their data together and then figure out what kind of equipment that they could be created to pick up what investigators actually need, that would be awesome. But Steve goes, he doesn't have a background in electronics, so he couldn't make something like that. But I guess if you get a few people in there, like Friday, you get him in there, they could make something that actually would produce maybe some positive result. What's he say? Sometimes people just need to see if the fire is hot. You're right, Friday. Some people just got to get in there and do it themselves. What does he say? Friday says the electronics are not so hard. Yeah, but not everybody's got that experience like you do. I've even thought about having my dad, because my father has a degree in electronics, and if his eyesight and he was still 100%, he would do it. I would give him all of the information that everybody's got, and he would come up with something. My father was always good at making up stuff like that. I really wish somebody would come up with something. The REM pods, I have no faith in them, and I don't even own one. But from watching everybody else use them, I have no faith in them. Same thing where the new thing there is with the dead bell. Now, Carla's had an experience with it, which she believes was actual at that moment, which is great. But I still have an issue with it having electronics hooked up to a bell, because there's so many ways that people could rig it up to make it fake. It leaves the
Right.
doors
I
wide
agree.
open for that. Yeah, it leaves the door too open. So just get a regular bell and stick it out there.
Yep.
I mean, so
Yep.
if something's gonna hit it and make it ring, it'll do it without all the bells and whistles.
Yeah. Keep it simple.
Exactly. See, Richard says, we need a quantum lens for cameras. I want to see spirit energy. That will happen one day. You know, I agree with you. It probably will. Wayne says he has a degree in angels. That's a good degree to have. What the heck, you know? They have the inside track. Friday. We need devices that can detect what is happening in other parts of the building. Thumps, creaks could be detected with a vibration detector or an array of them. Yeah, that's exactly right. Um, and that's the thing, you know, because something could be going on in the room that you're in, but then it's on the other side of the house, you'll hear a noise. I mean, not everybody's like Joe who has like 400 cameras. And I mean, I've seen them set up. You guys have seen them set up. It's holy moly, that's a production. To have that kind of equipment and have something set up in every single spot in the building is unless you've got the money, it's difficult. Um, but that's I would be great if we could do that. Michael says, I want to come up with a gadget that lights a different color due to increase in temperature change. Um, I don't. Well, most REM pods have that kind of detection, don't they? I could be wrong. I don't know. I know there's different REM pods, but some of them do detect temperature change, don't they? And it lights up. Am I right or wrong? I don't know. Friday says, Richard, assuming spiritual energy is on any quantum field that we can even detect. See, that's what it is. We don't know what we're dealing with. To be 100% honest, we don't know what we're dealing with. So that's the thing. And I'm big on the temperature deal. That's why I carry, regular temperature gauge and, the infrared temperature gun as well. Because, you always say, oh, it's getting cold over here by me. I want to register the difference in the temperature uh, to the room itself, to that one spot, and see if it would show up in any other spots. So I do think that's important. And like I said, but who's got all that equipment to put in every room?
I do like the laser grids, the pen laser grids, the flashlight
Right,
ones.
right.
Those are pretty cool.
Yeah, the field has sort of gotten stagnant with older tech. Yeah, so that's what it is. We need new things to detect things that we're missing. Because not for nothing, as far as investigation goes, it's all the same. You do the same thing when you're in the building, no matter what building. You're using the same technique, the same gadgets, coming up with the same type of data. We have to keep up. We have to get change has to be continuous. Because I do believe they're there. I do believe they're there. We've all had our experiences, but what we're using is not doing the trick. We've got to come up with something more. There are so many things in the universe that we know exist, yet we don't know what it is. Dark matter, dark energy. We can measure its effects, but what is it? Exactly. What is it? What are we dealing with? And and that's another thing that annoys me. Oh, demon. Take the demon thing and stick it in your ass. Sorry, guys. It's not. Oh, it's not what that is. People have had experiences with demons. Joe, for one, you know it when you're dealing with something that's that bad. It's not like they just go up and tap you on your shoulder. They're gonna knock you out. Uh, so people got to realize there's a difference between demon and an evil spirit. Because I've heard, just like a lot of guys have heard it. Not every person that walked the earth was a saint. or a good person. So when they pass, just because they passed doesn't mean they're going to be a good spirit. Let's see. Yes, so much to learn and even relearn when we realize that we've got little right. Yeah, we haven't, if you realize we haven't gotten far, especially those of us, have been doing it for 20 plus years. Nothing's changed. It's all the same.
Mhm.
So we've got to change something to get something new. Um, Knowing you're wrong is even good because you've learned something. Yeah, right. But now we've got to change to where we can even get more. Again, even if it's just the EVPs, changing it up. Um, because I think they're trying to communicate, but we are not hearing it. Even with digital recordings and audio recordings, I don't think it's picking them up. So we've got to come up with something more. Julie, there are so many things in the universe, and we have no clue. You're right, honey. We have no clue.
Mhm.
We don't even know what gravity is. Not entirely, right? There's so much in the scientific world. Uh, we don't know. Yeah. Freddie says these are the things that keep me up at night. I believe it because if you are really into this kind of research and study, you could just be sitting for hours trying to figure it out. And as same thing, all paranormal people, same thing. I mean, I've caught myself laying in bed thinking about things, just laying there and thinking and thinking. Can't shut the brain off because you're trying to figure it out. Or what could you do different, or what could you change to get more result or any result? Um, I'm sure I'm not the only one that's thought about this stuff. It's just I don't know. What are your thoughts there, Miss Carla?
Well, I think you're on like the right track. I mean, maybe we need to do something different.
Mhm.
It's like same things giving you the same results. I don't know, but then again, like stuff happens and we're not even prepared for it. Like I've had things happen with no camera on. So then I don't have proof of it, but it happened.
Right?
Yeah.
And you're not the only one. Same thing.
Right.
It's you hear it from everybody. We were doing this investigation. We didn't even have the camera set up yet, and this happened.
Yep.
So it's just you either believe them or you don't. And that's the thing. The paranormal doesn't happen when you flip the switch.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know what? I think it happens less when all the cameras are on.
It's kind of a funny thing though. Like if we all believe that there's paranormal, why are we out there trying to do it then? Like me, I'm trying to get answers like why are they still here? Like to me, I want to know why. But like what's everybody's purpose? Like are we trying to prove that there is life after death or I think everybody has different reasons why they're investigating, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because like I said, we've all had our own experiences,
Yeah.
and we know what happened. And at that time, we didn't have any proof to
Mhm.
prove that to anybody that it happened.
Yeah.
Because we've all been through that. When you tell your story, and people look at you like, "Yeah, right. What were you smoking?"
Mhm.
So I mean, that's the attitude that is out there. Unless somebody else has experienced a similar thing, people will give you that look like you're crazy. Um, yeah, Julie, I know, honey. A lot of us are all in that same situation you are. Uh, Stay strong. All we do is just pray for each other that things change.
Mhm.
Um, it's been a rough year for a lot of people. Let's see. Richard says nothing like a hunger and a passion to learn something. Exactly right. And I think that's we all have that hunger to capture proof so that we don't get those looks like, what are you, nuts? Because I know there was one spot that I went to this past summer. It was a cemetery, and it has Revolutionary War ties to it. And we were looking for it. And we have friends that live up in that area. And we were telling them, what we were looking for. And, her husband looks at me like, oh, don't tell me you're ghost hunting. Really? That's exactly what he said. I says, well, no, I'm investigating and I'm looking up history is what I'm doing. Whether you agree with it or not that's up to you. Richard, I already know we are ethereal, but I still want to learn and have more proof when possible. Yeah, I think that's what everybody's looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Just the proof. Even if people don't believe the proof that you find. Because then again, you've got the skeptics. Well, it was this or it was that, or,
Mm-hmm.
that's really not proof. But how do they know? That's one of the questions I've asked in a lot of interviews. Do you think that we debunk ourselves so much that we debunk ourselves out of actual proof? I mean, what do you girls think? Do you think that people do that? Do you do that? Debunk something so much that it might have been real, but you talked yourself out of it.
I don't talk myself out of it. I just go with like what my gut tells me, I guess. But I guess people can like over debunk themselves to where they're like closed off to what could have been paranormal, but then you want to thoroughly make sure that it wasn't something other than that.
What do you think, Susan?
I mean, if something paranormal happens and I truly believe, from a personal experience, I truly believe it. It's I don't second guess myself. Of course I keep an open, mind and see what else other elements could have been involved in it, but I try not to second guess myself.
So, well, that's what it is. A lot of people say, "Well, no, I don't think we debunk ourselves out of evidence." Okay, but I think we do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you pick up something, an EVP or a camera, okay, you could say camera because there's so many issues that go with a camera.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be the same with a recorder, but when you've got something saying your name, or you catch a name or a small sentence, and there's nobody around but just
Yeah.
you, who the hell else is saying it? So how do you debunk that? Friday says that's what it was for me, but in searching, it has brought me to many paranormal community circles. So now I am deciding to share what I have learned. Yeah, you need to share it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to my interview with Friday. It's coming up soon. That's how we learn, by people sharing. And you might even catch something when you're sharing, through your experience, something that you might have overlooked. Because that can happen, especially when, a lot of people, again, I bring up Joe, when they're going through all of that footage because of all of the cameras and stuff. That's a lot of footage. That's hours upon hours of going through stuff. And after a while, I think the stuff just becomes a blur. And you got to walk away from it and then come back maybe a week or two later and then go through it again. Because you're
Mm-hmm.
going to catch something that you just didn't see the first time around. We went through that with Jeff from Boo Productions, where he had me and Bill check out a video of his. And this was actually, it was a one where Jeff was his first time experiencing an investigation, and he was the camera guy. And he had been through that footage hundreds of times, he said. But the thing was that Bill and I caught stuff he didn't catch, even after seeing it 100 times, because he was focused on the people instead of the surroundings. And that's what gave a lot of stuff away, was the surroundings and what the people were saying. And then it made Jeff see it through different eyes. Again, multiple eyes seeing the same thing are going to pick up different stuff. And he was grateful that, we brought that to his attention so that he could look through it again. Richard said, yeah, your intuition is more important than hard evidence. Coffee time. You should have had the coffee already, Bill. What the hell? Slacker. Let's see. I'm a bit behind here. Let's see. Richard's doing tea. I have to be in the mood for tea.
Yeah.
Are you ladies tea or coffee drinkers?
I love coffee, but I'm drinking tea tonight because of my throat.
Aha, the lemon and honey, right?
Yep, you got it. It's a
Actually,
ginger tea.
Oh, ginger tea.
Yeah.
I can only drink certain teas.
Yeah, me too.
The other ones give me a sour stomach. Does that do that to you?
No, it doesn't do that to me. I just like certain flavors. I'm not really into like the citrusy berry stuff. I don't like berry flavored tea. I like chamomile and lavender, and yeah, lavender is like my favorite.
I don't think I've ever had lavender. I like, it's the one I drink all the time. It's an apple cinnamon flavor.
Oh, that sounds good too.
Oh, it is really good.
Really good.
And my husband always makes fun of me because I collect teapots and teacups and stuff like that. And I don't just heat the water up and put the tea bag in the cup and do that. I do it the proper way. My husband makes fun of me. I let it steep in the tea pot, and I do the whole tea thing. There, it's a whole production.
Yeah.
I think it just tastes better. I don't know. That's just me.
Do you add cheese to it? Like some people add cream, and I had never done that before, but it's pretty good sometimes.
I only add sugar, no cream.
Okay.
I think cream and tea is vile. Sorry, my UK friends. I just don't think it tastes good with cream in it. Oh, yeah, just some sugar and that's it. Friday, cameras are only good for documenting or providing content unless you have enough to cover every angle. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. The equipment that you would need to get every inch of each room would just be crazy. And I can't see where you could set up, 4 or 5 cameras in every corner of one room. You're carrying a camera. And I always think it's a good idea if people wear a body cam on their back to catch what's behind them. Because there's so many you see, there was a noise, it was behind me, but you don't see what it is. If you got that camera back there, it's there in everybody's face. But then you got to move everything over to a next room. So I don't still see everybody doing that. But I think that's what we need to do to catch every angle of the space that we're in. Richard's in Oklahoma City. Oh, used to be coffee head. Now I do more teas, especially in the fall with allergies. Yeah, I was thinking about having some tea today and I didn't do it. Not far from you. Fridays in East Texas. Holy crap. I couldn't get that one out. Bill, Bill's coffee. I mean, it's in the title, guys. Bill loves his coffee. Richard says, yeah, it's amazing what things we miss and what fresh perspective eyes can see. Yes, there's a lot that we miss. Like when I was doing I had caught that EVP in the cemetery, and I was only hearing one thing. And then when I shared it with a few other people, they were hearing a couple more things. So it ended up being like 4 different things, 2 different voices. Um, but then when I got and went through the footage again or the recording again several times with headphones on, then I was picking up what I was missing. Um, I mean, it's not really loud, but it's there, which is pretty cool. This I want to go back to that same spot and try the bell because I bought a regular bell. My bell's cute. It's yellow. It's got a smiley face on it. So I want to put that out there just on right on the ground, on a piece of wood. So they can't say, well, tree limb or leave or whatever. Just on a flat piece of wood,
Yeah.
leave it there, and let the
Yep.
recorder sit next to it and see what happens.
I have a lot of those as well. It's funny when we went to Penhurst, because Angelina bought some as well. So all we heard in the back seat was ding, 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 ding. It was funny.
Wow. So did you guys like shit yourself or did you start running?
Well, the noise was going off as we were traveling. But we actually, the funny thing is, like, because the bells are really easy, you just, lightly press on them. But I haven't received a response from them yet.
Hey, so that's odd. Michael says paranormal experiences I had as a kid is what maybe you want to learn. I think pretty much that's the majority of everybody, Michael.
Yeah.
We've all had something happen when we were younger, and that's
Mhm.
because we're more open. You're not filled up with all of the restraints and
Mhm.
crap as adults are. When you're a child, the door it's a wide open door. So I think that's why we all have more experience as kids. But then what do? You're usually scared to death, and then when you think about it when you get older, then that's when you say, well, gee, I need to find out what this was. Claire, you love both. You like milk with or tea with or without. I'm trying to talk here, guys. It's not working. Julie said I had milk with tea for the first time when we went to Alaska in May. I tried it a long time ago and it grossed me totally out. So I don't know why. Bill says I'm right outside Laura's window right now, actually. Oh, good. You got the binoculars or are you just, peeking through with your hands cupped over the glass? That's BS because Athena would be going bananas. Nobody can get 5 feet in front of my house without their dog mouthing off. And if you're outside, then you might as well just come in. Jeez. Let's see. Let's scroll down and see what we got going on here. Get one of those glass flower covers and put the bell in that. Hey, good idea.
Mhm.
Good idea. I've got something like that. Why, thank you, Friday. I'm going to try that. So this way they can't say a bug or something wrong. You are right on that one. Because that's what they'll say. Oh, well, a bug landed on it. Because they are that sensitive.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's awesome. Because not for nothing, I mean, if we believe spirit is just pure energy, it should be able to go through the glass.
Mhm.
That's why it kills me with the haunted items, where they got the dolls in the glass wooden boxes, and
Mhm.
it's evil. Well, what is making that evil thing stay in the doll when it could just leave anytime it wants because they could go through glass? I mean, am I wrong? I mean, that's why I don't swallow that stuff.
Some of them say that an evil entity is actually keeping the spirit in the dolls. I don't know.
So yeah, okay. I know. See, I haven't heard that version. So, because that's always been my thing with the Annabelle doll
Mhm.
or with the other doll there. Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, and we've got it in this protective case. I'm sorry. Unless it's a lead lined box, that's, yeah, it could just do what it wants. Let's see. Michael says he wants to come up with a gadget that lights up a different color due to increased temperature changes because they say ghosts can manipulate temperatures. Yeah, that's the theory.
Mm-hmm.
And the majority of the time that people have experienced being touched or their clothes being pulled, yes, they always say, "Oh, gee, it's really cold over here,"
Mm-hmm.
and then the next thing they're getting touched or something. So that's why I think that's important to document the temperature changes in the room and during those kinds of experiences. It might give us a little insight to maybe what's going on. You could RGB LED can do that, Mike, but also have a readout so you know exactly what the temperature is. Yeah. Julie says she's had more experiences as an adult than as a child. Oh, cool. Do you keep track of any of that stuff, Julie? Do you document any of it in the like a journal or something like that? Bill, you're such an ass. You can see what I'm doing. I'm talking into a microphone. No, you're seeing things. You are seeing. Bill is psychic. Carburetors and coffee and mystic. He's such a goof. You're quiet over there, Carla. Did we lose you?
No, I'm still here. I just got
Oh, she's.
background noise. There's background
Oh,
noises.
okay. Okay, that's all
So,
right.
no, I'm just listening and chime in, and then if you have questions, I chime in. But it's noisy here, Laura. The holidays
That's
are.
okay.
I feel like the Home Alone house.
Oh, Jesus, that's funny.
It's crazy sometimes.
We get that way here too. I plan on starting to do my decorating this weekend. I don't know how far I'm going to get. The Christmas tree box is in the living room. That's as far as I got.
Hmm.
Well, it takes me days to do this because I have a lot of Christmas stuff. My husband
Oh
calls it my Christmas crap.
no, that's awesome
So
though.
what I have to do is once I get everything all decorated, I'll do a video so everybody because I have a lot.
Oh, I bet
And
it's awesome.
I have about I'd have to say 20 totes in the
Nice,
attic
Laura.
filled with that stuff, plus the Christmas tree. Actually, I have 3 Christmas trees, but I don't put them all up.
Oh wow.
Wow.
I
My
need to
husband would
get
have
more
a
Christmas stuff. I'm like all Halloween. I've got like 4 totes of Halloween and like 1 of Christmas.
Me
I
too.
love Christmas. Well, Halloween was just as bad, guys. I would have a garage full plus about 10 to 12 totes in the attic, all Halloween. And like I said, we don't decorate anymore because my mom got sick and
Yeah.
nobody's really has the spirit anymore. So I threw a lot of it away. This year I didn't even put up pumpkins this year. Which is kind of depressing because I mean we used to do the whole 9 cemetery everything.
Yeah.
And
Oh, that's awesome.
and we just don't do it anymore.
Very cool.
So Christmas, I make up for it at Christmas time. Every inch of my house is covered in Christmas, even the bathroom, guys.
Nice.
Wow.
I love it. I'd leave it up all year, but my husband, no, I don't want it up.
Right. That's a lot of work.
So it takes me about, I would say, a week of continuous work to get it all up.
Holy cow. That is a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, it's everywhere, but it looks great. That's the point.
Oh, I bet it does.
Then
I wish I could see
it's
it.
depressing when I take it all down. Then the house looks naked, and I have a lot of
Mhm.
shit in my house. So yeah, I'll do a video so you guys can see. Bill wants to, how much is Bill, StreamYard is so expensive. It really is, but I can't find anything that's compatible with my computer. So until the computer fairy drops off another desktop, I'm paying $45 a month, which really sucks because they really didn't give you anything extra for that huge increase. Because I was only paying 20. And I just joined where I upgraded to the next level, and then we got hit. Actually, it was Carl, Susan, who put the word out that they did that. They jacked it up because new
Mm-hmm.
people took it over, and yeah, it's $45 a month. So yeah, and I've went through all the other streams, tried them out, and I have picture issues, background issues,
Yeah.
and it's not they're not working, lagging, because I don't have the requirements needed to run them apparently. So I'm stuck with this until I can afford to get another desktop.
Yeah.
Um, so it's are you still using StreamYard, Susan, or did you switch?
I am, but I have to tell you how much I'm paying.
Well, you got everybody there. All you
Yeah,
get a
so
you got the big package.
yeah, I got the big package because I literally have like 10 people. Um, so yeah, it's I believe it's $80 a month.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Wow.
it's expensive,
Wow.
but like you said, it's the platform that I'm most comfortable with.
Yeah, right. And what works with whatever you have. I mean, if not all of
Mm-hmm.
us have the big, the big computers and then the storage or what it takes to make it run.
Yeah.
What the heck was the Restream? I tried that one. That terrible lagging. And
Yeah.
my background was all pixelated, and I'm thinking, yeah, I don't have what it needs. So I got rid of that, and then there was a couple other ones. I'm thinking, oh, the hell with it. And then
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy, God bless him, tried to teach me the OBS stuff. It is so technical.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna take me forever I still have it. I'm not good at using it. So it's just not for me either. And he's too busy right now to take time out to teach me the rest, because he's still doing his documentary. So I don't want to bother him with my problems. I agree, Richard. Yeah, if it's glass isn't going to stop anything. So
Mm-hmm.
whether it's a doll, spirit, whatever boogeyman, it's not gonna.
I
What it is, it's a
wanna that's a good idea because I want to try that with the pendulum. That would be a good experiment.
as far as what?
The glass cover and put the pendulum
Oh,
in the
oh
you
yeah,
know the stands that they come with
yeah,
sometimes,
yeah.
and just put it around it. The other thing I was thinking is some type of like a plexi film, and just making a round border, um, and
To
just
cover
cover the
it.
top. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
just do like a session with that and see how that would work.
Work great. Yeah, you have to let me
Mm-hmm.
know. Um, yeah, I do pendulum readings for people, but I explain to them how it works, and all of that. And again, I always stress entertainment only because I don't want anybody basing their life's decisions on something like that.
Yeah, it's funny though because I was with my friend and we went to a store in Salem, and we were passing right by the pendulums, and all of a sudden like two pendulums just started like shaking back and forth.
Wow.
Um, so she actually took one of them and it just started shaking in her hand. And then the other one was shaking right next to it. And I'm like looking at it and I'm like, okay. So then I took it off, and it was shaking in my hand as well. So right off the bat, I got energy from it. So
Right.
it's still in the bag. I haven't used it yet, but I want to do an experiment with it. Definitely.
Oh yeah, that would be great. Actually, if you did
Mm.
that on live, that would be great.
Yeah, yeah. I want to set it up so that they could definitely see like
See what's going on.
see what's going on.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'd be
Yeah.
watching. Friday says, my question is, what are the mechanics to keep a seemingly otherworldly being in a physical item? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. When I say, oh, we are trapped in this box. Oh, come on. You're talking about something that lives outside the physical realm and you're going to keep it in a glass box. I don't swallow that. I'm sorry. If it wants to get out, it's getting out.
Well,
if it
plus
even
two,
is in
this, I
there.
mean, this could open another subject. Like, do you believe in that objects are haunted?
Right.
You know?
I've never experienced that, so no for me until I experience it. I mean,
Mhm.
I'm not closed to the possibility, but I've never experienced any haunted objects or actually seen proof that the object they claim to be haunted is. That's you got to prove that one.
Mhm.
Um, let's see. Richard says, I don't know if we can force that or if they only do that with their own free will. Good question. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. And like I said, and the ones that they say, like I said, the Annabelle now. Oh, she's supposed to be so, it's bad. It's bad. That's when she's locked up. Yeah, but it's in a glass and wooden box, a doll case. I could be saying this. My house is loaded with porcelain dolls. I have plastic bags on them so the dust don't make their clothing dirty because I don't want to pay dry cleaning bills. I can say, oh, I have it trapped in here. It's in a plastic bag. I mean, uh, now, Julie, now see, that's where you're wrong. You're spending it alone or with your puppy. He's still with you so far. You decorate for yourself.
Mhm.
Don't fall into the trap. Well, I'm by myself. I don't, why bother? Because
Yeah.
it brings the Christmas spirit to you. Just putting that stuff up, just to bring a smile to your face. When I sit there and after I decorate, I'll sit in my living room, just with the Christmas lights on. And I have this one, which I'll videotape so you guys can see. This one little trinket, it's a Christmas thing that I got from Avon years ago. And it looks like a little pond covered in snow. And it has two little characters that are magnetic that sits on the glass. And when you wind it up, it plays music and they skate around this little pond.
Oh, cute. Yeah, my grandma.
That brings me so much joy, that little
Oh,
stupid thing. And, the spirit of Christmas is inside of you. It's not who you're spending it with.
yeah.
You got to look at it that way.
Mhm.
Um, and I know she's going through such a terrible time. She really is. And I pray for her, but you got to remember that, you're strong. You're going to make it through, even though it doesn't seem like it right now. And tomorrow is always a new beginning. Always. There's always a new beginning.
Mhm.
And there's always something to be thankful for. Even though, right now you feel like, everything's turned to shit. You just got to remember, you woke up this morning and you got to enjoy the beautiful day. Everything else is just the weight of the world, and you just take that a step at a time. Bill says, okay, Carla, this question is for you. You ready, Carla?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. What's the car you wish you still had because you either thought it was cool or plain old loved it?
Well, I would have I think I talked about it before, but it was an old Bronco in the 90s. My dad used to have this blue metal Bronco that he used to drive us kids around in the woods in, and we'd go collect dirt and he'd do his prospecting. And if I could own like an old Bronco just to beat around in the mountains with, I would have one of those again.
I
There's some
loved
memory.
the old Bronco. The
Yeah.
old Bronco was
Yep.
like a tanker truck. You
Yeah.
could go through anything in that.
Yeah, so good.
Nice.
Yes.
Put in some cassette tapes and I'm good.
Oh, come on. You should have said 8 tracks. That would have made it even better.
Oh, mine wasn't that old. It didn't have
That's
8-track,
funny.
dang it. My papa used to have those though. I loved those. He had some old Johnny Cash and good Dolly Parton and Patsy Cline and
And
But
we
I
could
used
see
to.
Carla driving down the road with the windows open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
I,
with the old Bronco that I used to drive, you had to like manually actually go to the wheels and click it on the 4x4.
okay.
So that was pretty cool. But
Right
yeah,
on.
I loved them. I loved them. They were so high up and oh
Yep.
my God,
This is a
they were
good car.
awesome. Yep.
So yeah, now you can't even tell that's what it is. Have you seen the new
Oh, I've
Broncos?
seen the new ones. They're
Yeah.
ugly. I can't. Nope. I'm like, that's not a Bronco.
And
Somebody
that's what I
around
asked my
town.
husband. I go, what the hell is that thing? He goes, oh, this new Bronco. I
Yeah.
said, they don't even look like a Bronco.
There was one at the dealership a while ago that I really liked that I wanted to buy, but I didn't have the money for it at the time, but it's like a tan colored one and brown. And I was like, it was that retro 70s colors. And I was like, that's sweet.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I wanted it.
That's what it was. The manual hub lock. Yep.
Yep.
I remember that well.
Excuse me.
Yep. Still love it.
Oh yeah, there you go, Bill. That was her answer. Let's see. Let's see. I don't want to miss what is Michael says. I may turn that sound into a video whenever I get everybody's thoughts, like a documentary or something. Okay, I missed previously what he said. Friday, I'm not sure on the haunted item thing or even locations, but I really can't prove it either way. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Nobody can. Claire, oh, okay. Oh, thanks for hanging out with us, Claire. We appreciate it so much. You go get some rest because she's still not well either. So you go get some sleep.
Feel
And
better,
thank you
Claire.
for hanging out.
She's so sweet. Hope you feel better.
Yes. Okay, let's see. Richard says, what do you like to use for going over audio? Mostly used Audacity. The program that I have, Filmora, it goes through that. I could go through the audio and really enhance it and add, clear it up a bit, but it's not as good as like what Bill or Friday use. They have better programs so that they could actually pretty much pick it apart. Again, you just have to have a better computer to use a better software. Michael says, what do you girls use when you're using your EVPs or going through them?
I don't have a specific audio editor, so I haven't really messed with that too much. Sadly, like most of my stuff that I upload is like raw. And the only time I had something like come up, Jimmy found it because he was listening. I don't know what he uses, but he uses something like really good.
Right.
He loves picking apart audio. So that's where he found something. But I'll have to look into that probably this year too. I'm just like updating my stuff so I can actually edit. I want to edit my videos better too. I really want to work on that. And it's hard. It's
A
not
lot of
my
work.
forte. It's not my forte.
Mine either. And you know what? I like it when you put it out raw.
Yeah.
There's just editing is great and everyone wants to have that great video, but I prefer the raw stuff because you're there, you're seeing it as you were there.
Yeah.
And I like that experience.
Well, you're the
What
raw
about you,
side.
Susan? On the raw
Yeah.
side.
You're the raw
Yeah,
side.
yeah, definitely. I use what everybody else uses. I do need to upgrade my computer as well.
Okay.
Because sometimes when I have to edit videos, it's a little bit slow to do so. So right now I use that, but I am planning to upgrade my computer, my desktop.
Right.
So because a lot of the software do require a certain amount of software on your desktop. So
Right. Now, see what I'm using now, the laptop I'm using, it's only about 7, 8 months old.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, when I got it, I didn't realize that I would have to get into some more technical
Yeah.
programs. So I'm thinking, oh shit, so I don't have the money right now to go out and get the desktop is what I need.
You definitely need like a gaming type
Yeah, exactly. And I priced them, and
computer. Yeah.
they're a little up there.
Yeah, they are. But Black Friday's having sales. Yeah, but I'll probably upgrade it.
Susan, I don't have 2 nickels to rub together right now.
I know.
It's,
I'm not
it's
planning to
bad,
upgrade mine anytime soon. It's working okay right now.
right?
So
So that's why I tell Julie I totally understand what she's going through.
yep,
'Cause that's
absolutely.
pretty much the same thing's happening here. So it's
Mm-hmm.
we live day by day. That's all we can do. And of course, my husband's always he's the negative and I'm the positive. I'm always thinking, well, we got up today. Good enough for me. Whatever happens, happens.
That's what I always tell people too. You have to be grateful for waking up every day. You have to be grateful what you have around you.
Right.
So right.
Because tomorrow's not promised, guys.
Exactly.
So, if you're able to wake up in the morning, and I say it, and people have their own beliefs, but thank you, Jesus, for letting me wake up.
There you go.
And and you just do what you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's always something in a day that's good.
I deal with that like every day. My boss had a heart attack in August, and so he's just grateful to be here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, God, I don't even know how much time I've got with him before I take over the cemetery. And I'm like, I don't know. It's hard.
Mm-hmm.
It is hard. But see, even though just ourselves, we don't know if we're going to get up tomorrow.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to enjoy now. Live in the moment. Always find a positive, to pinpoint on. It's easy to look at the negative all the time because the negative is always there.
It's true.
It's no matter what you do, it's always there. There's always something that's going to shit on your parade.
Mm-hmm.
So you always got to just take the positive outlook.
Yeah.
And I agree, Richard. Yeah, even a little tree, a little something, just to bring a smile to your face.
Yep, exactly.
That's what's important. Yeah, Richard said, I wouldn't mind checking out a supposed possessed item myself. Everybody says that. I have I have to take a picture and put him on so everybody can see him. He's an old ventriloquist doll that somebody gave me. He's black. I call him Jethro. He's old, and the reason the girl gave it to me is because it scared the hell out of her.
Mm-hmm.
I get the biggest kick out of him. So, and the thing is, he always ends up on the floor. And so I say, Jethro, you took a header again. So I'll have to take a picture so you guys can see him. I think he's funny, but they gave her the creeps, so she gave him to me. I have a lot of people that won't come in my house because of all the porcelain dolls. It's just a doll.
Ooh, the dolls are creepy. Grown men.
That's what they say. I think no, I think they're beautiful. Every doll that I own reminds me of somebody I know.
Oh,
because I think they look like them. So that's why I collected them. I had to stop though. Good Lord, I was getting run out of room.
Yeah. I was just saying in general that if you go in a place that's supposedly haunted, the dolls are creepy.
They are, and but old dolls were creepy. I've got a friend that makes primitive folk dolls. Oh, you want to talk about creepy? And my husband hates them because I have 3 of them.
Oh,
I could take a picture of those and put them on there too, and I can say, "Oh, this haunted doll." If you see it, you'd think it was haunted because they're creepy looking.
Yeah,
but that's what they used to make back in those days. Primitive folk dolls were just really creepy.
Yeah. There you go, Laura.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put it on there and say, "Ooh, this doll showed up in my mail," and now. Yeah, now it's following me around the house.
The dark web primitive doll. God.
I'm going to have to do that later, too. I'm going to have to put the pictures on because they are creepy. But they make me laugh.
Yeah. People just it just throws me like what people do. It's just God.
The shit they make up.
Yep.
But see, that's the thing. Then you get it on YouTube and everybody's like, oh, yeah, oh, come on. Unless you see the witch doctor put the curse on it itself and the dog gets up and walks away.
What chicken did it sacrifice?
Right.
At Jeff's house on the barbecue.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah, the chickens.
He's
The
hilarious.
voodoo chickens. That's freaking funny. Bill's Baked to Cars. Bronco 2 or full size?
The full size.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Gotta do the
I'm
full.
behind on chat. Holy crap.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Back in the second seats and
Mm-hmm.
so comfortable to ride in.
there you go. And Julie says, yeah, when country was good. Wow, I am behind. Manual hub locks.
Mm.
Let me try to speed it up here.
Manual hub locks.
Oh, okay. Friday says he keeps it simple. That's the program he uses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I haven't used that yet. We'll see how it goes.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. You're okay. I was just saying
I'm choking.
I haven't used that program yet.
Bill's yelling at me. Tell them about your account so they can donate to it.
Yeah.
Excuse me, he's got me laughing. oh, Jesus. Here, I'm begging. Actually, I pinned it at the top of the chat at YouTube. Excuse me. So if you guys want to click on it, it's up to you.
The lingering coughs are so annoying. I'm so sorry.
That's the part I still got
The
going
worst
on. It's
part.
driving me nuts. Excuse me. Oh, Julie's leaving. No, Julie.
Oh,
Where are you going?
Hope Julie has a good time.
Maybe. If I can stop laughing. Bill's got me laughing about the donate thing. I know he yells at me all the time. I say, yeah, but I feel like a beggar.
No. No, it's good to post it.
If people want to donate, they'll click on it. Let's see. Excuse me.
Sometimes it's hard to find links, like the links, so it's cool that people share that stuff.
Yeah, well, I figured out how to pin it this time.
Yeah, some people don't.
It's at the top of the chat. And I like the site that I set up because it offers memberships.
Oh, cool.
So I don't have to wait to be monetized.
Nice.
And then when I start getting members, then I could use some members only stuff. It was just a quicker way instead of waiting to go through the channels of YouTube because, I'm a ways away from a 500 mark. I'm getting the watch hours, but, if you don't have the numbers, it just don't work.
Yeah.
So I found this. I forgot who I found it through. Actually, I think it was Jimmy.
Oh, nice.
The Ko-fi site. So yeah, you could donate, buy me a coffee or become a member. And then, but right now, yeah, I don't have any members, so there's no member stuff yet.
That's awesome.
But as soon as it works, I think I gotta give it a try. What the hell, right?
Right?
Bill, where the hell are you going? Oh, he was saying bye to Julie.
Oh.
Yeah, I figured out okay, how do I pin this stupid thing? And I found out today that it's the YouTube chat. It's at the top there. Why are you coughing so much? Because you got me laughing, and when I laugh, I start choking. Because you were yelling at me about the thing there. Friday goes, it's not begging and running a show isn't free. I know it costs me a lot. It costs me money actually I can't afford, but I do it because I don't want to give up on it. Well, you're not on camera. All right, sorry. I hit the wrong thing. Okay. There, I'm on camera
Having a
now.
fit. You're having a cough fit. It's okay.
I'm having a coughing fit. I don't want to be on
Yeah.
camera.
Right.
Watch me turn all purple and everything. Of course, I don't know. Wayne's not still on here, so he's not here to save me. So it's up to you guys now.
Mm.
He cracked me up. He said he'd save me. What was I doing? I was choking. That's what I was doing. When I gotta blow my nose or start coughing, I usually shut it off. So yeah, I really, and I know, and Bill's bitched at me about that too. You don't think of the cost of when you're doing the YouTube.
I
You
don't even.
just do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You don't think about it. So
Mhm.
no, I wasn't smoking, Mr. Bill. I know I've cut down on it a lot because the doctor told me.
That's so good.
Which yeah, it is good. So yeah, figured he'd go give me shit. Don't give me any shit. I was choking.
She's got the pneumonia. Leave her
It's
alone.
not. I know. I still can't believe that either. Pneumonia.
You poor thing.
I thought it was just a freaking head cold.
I know.
I was totally wrong. It's a good thing I went in
I'm
because
really
then
glad.
I probably would. Yeah, I probably would have ended up in the hospital
Oh, that
because I
would have
was
been
just
so
thinking
bad.
head cold. I'm thinking, it'll go away.
Not around the holidays.
Oh, I love you too, Bill. Now you make me blush. I have to get off camera. I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's Bill. What's going on at your house for Thanksgiving? You guys eating at your house, or you guys going to the in-laws? I know everybody always has such different plans, and because I always think, well, everybody cooks, but no, not everybody does. So everybody's just gonna fill up and take off, and then.
Mhm.
Oh, he wants to be around for a long time. Oh, believe me, I'm gonna be a thorn in your ass for years. Don't worry about it. That's my plan anyway. Unless your wife gets mad at me and throws me out. Oh, Bill's got such a nice wife. Nice, nice, nice. What is the plans for upcoming YouTube adventures, interviews, podcasts, anything, gals? You got anything going on?
Well, I have another video I need to work on from the brothel investigation that I did.
Nice.
Yeah, so that one's gonna be a big one. Gotta put a lot of work into that one.
Do we get any hints about what happened at the brothel?
I had a lot of equipment go off in one room, but I can't say that it was paranormal or not.
Okay.
That one I'm just not 100% on. Not like my other one was.
What equipment did you use?
Oh, we had some apps going and 2 K2s and a REM pod, and so I'm just like, nah, I don't know. But it's fun to watch. I mean, I'm not saying that it's paranormal though.
Right.
Not like the one that I had, but it's just one that I want to put out so people can watch it. Yeah. And the location was really cool. I would love to go back there when there's not a bunch of people around because the brothel has 3 levels to it. On the top level was like the high paid ladies, and the madam had her own room, and then the ladies on the first floor made good money, and then the ones in the basement were like the lowest paying. And then they also had like what was called the alleyway, where there were some rooms leading up to the outside alley, and there's just so much history on it that I want to like add to my video too, because like back in the day with the mining and the brothels, it was huge in Montana. I mean, those ladies made
Yeah.
money. I don't know how they survived. I don't know how they did that. Because the
They were
ladies
good
were
at
like,
what they did.
yeah, they were required to at least have 50 callers a night. 50. I can't
Imagine
even
that?
imagine 50 different partners. Like,
Talk
no.
about a sore
No.
ass. Holy shit.
That's bad. Like, I don't know how like
Yikes.
they kept healthy. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
They didn't. That's the
It's
point.
just crazy.
Yep.
Those poor ladies, I
Uh,
don't know how they're survived, but
wow.
anyway, so down in the basement they had a tunnel that went from one brothel to another one underneath the street, and they would run alcohol, and they would hide
Oh,
alcohol downstairs in the walls and in the dirt and stuff, because like it was during prohibition, and
oh yeah.
the really cool stuff, and like they have old bottles down there, and the
Yeah, that's
basement to me
cool.
felt really uneasy versus other places in the just the area. So, and it's really
Right.
like it's neat. I can't wait to share it, but
Oh, can't wait to see. Hey,
yeah,
Friday, thanks for joining us, sweetie. You have a good sleep. Don't work too hard. Um, let's see. Oh, Bill has a question for Susan. Susan, have you found anyone to go on a haunted adventure with you yet in your area, or it has been tough?
Um, I have been doing a lot of local places. And like I mentioned before, I'm going to start filming them because a lot of people want to see me actually going out to places and filming. I want to do more historical places as well, on top of paranormal. Around my area, we have Concord, Mass, which a lot of like, the battlefield, things like that. It has a lot of history.
nice.
And then I have also cemeteries. I have this particular cemetery called Sleepy Hollow Cemetery, and it has a lot of authors that's buried there as well. So I do have a lot of historical places around me. But when I do want to actually investigating, I've been Angelina from Bad to the Bone is about an hour from me. So we typically team up as well and go
That's
on
nice.
investigations.
Very cool.
Hmm.
Yeah. My question is, Susan, have you ever done an investigation in Salem?
Um, the funny thing is, when I was in Salem with my friend that traveled from Texas, it was a little bit different. There's a lot of shops there, and a lot of them I sense are owned by either like witches that are practicing, or some other, like, because it's a witch city.
Right.
um I was getting a lot of different vibes as I was going into the stores. Um, but I actually have not investigated there because
Amazing to
I'm an
do
empath as well, so I definitely just basically use myself as a tool.
right? Because I would love to see somebody do that and see what you would pick up, because so much tragedy happened there.
Yeah,
I would love to, just even if it was just recordings,
yeah,
digital voice recordings, just to see if you pick up anything. So that would be really awesome. So now,
yeah.
'cause I think it would be great if you guys do,
It would
Carla
be
and you do.
nice. Yeah. Typically though, it's typically busy like around October, so it's hard to actually designate like a little alone time for yourself at like the historical cemetery, places like that,
Right.
because it's so busy.
Bill says Salem is also very tiny. Is it very small?
It's a very small city. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, really, it's not that far from me. I've never been, but I've always wanted to go.
Yeah.
Um, and I just think that it would
And
be awesome.
it's not, Salem is not like it used to be. Like growing up, I lived a lot closer to Salem than I do now. And at the time, Lori Cabot, which was the official witch of Salem, used to actually have a shop there. So we used to see her all the time, like walking around. And she actually, she used to do a lot of readings, things like that. Now, and all of like there used to be a lot more shops there. Now there's
Right.
still a couple of shops, but it's not as, as like it used to be. It's definitely changed a lot.
Well, I
So,
think it's
because,
'cause it's like a seasonal thing.
yeah, yeah.
So that's the problem. It's probably a tourist.
Because you know what? In all honesty, when I was, back in the day as well, I used to practice a lot. So I used to go to her, particularly her shop. I used to get a whole bunch of herbs, things like that, to make my own potions and stuff.
Right.
You still have those shops around there, but it's more like, you know, um, souvenir shops, more or
Right.
less.
Yeah, Bill was saying boring. So it's yeah, if you're not into that kind of history,
Hmm.
then it would be yeah, I would see where you would find it boring. Like when I go to
Yeah.
Cooperstown here, Cooperstown is a big baseball town. Everything to do with baseball. My husband and I went, and I'm thinking this is boring as hell. All the souvenir shops, everything baseball. The museum,
Hmm.
baseball. And the museum's a big deal. It's the Baseball Hall of Fame. Okay, that's great, but I'm not a big baseball person, so I couldn't wait to get the heck out of there.
Hmm.
But I think Salem because of the history. Um, and an investigator, I would just be I'd be pulling that stuff out and turning it on and just see if you could pick up anything that would be just so great. You might be pretty surprised. As you have to wait till the off season because, like you said, there's so many people that are around
Hmm.
during the Halloween time. It's just there would be too much contamination. But I see that's great because you only have to travel an hour.
Hmm.
If I lived that close, I would be there all the time. A weekend, just get in the truck, take off, and go do a little bit of investigation here and there, and then go home. And so it's great to be so close to something like that.
Hmm.
Excuse me. So yeah, are you supposed to go visit Angelina soon?
We're actually doing a investigation together in December.
Okay.
Um, and then I don't know. I mean, I know she has a lot of testing and stuff she has to do. So
Right.
she may not be as visible as she would like to be because she needs to take care of herself. But definitely, starting next year, there'll be a lot more going on.
Yeah. Once she gets all that, her health is straight away.
Hmm.
It's she'll be back into it full force. I'm sure.
Hmm.
Bill says Gettysburg. I want to go to Gettysburg, Bill, because
Oh,
I
I
want to,
do is absolutely. I want to
and that's
myself.
really not that far from me either.
I
The
would love
point
to go
is
there.
getting. My husband isn't going to want to travel that far, so I'd have to have to be Bill. You have to take me. Take me to Gettysburg.
I would love to go there.
Yeah, I checked that out. What the heck? Actually, Jeff from Exploring Harley just came back from there, and I had him on. He had a great time. Great investigation. Never disappoints. He'll go back several times. He had a great time. So it's at least you're getting positive feedback
Yeah,
from a
yeah.
spot.
Would love to
So
go there.
I would like to. I don't even know how far it is, Bill, from here. Salem or Gettysburg. It's got to be what? Maybe 3-4 hours. I'm guessing. I never looked into
Hmm.
it. Um, so yeah, definitely. If I took the trip, I'd have to stay overnight somewhere. That's why I was saying if I had, I would if I had to look that up. I would have to see if there was like a campgrounds or a place where I could, set the camper up for overnight. Then I would just hook up the camper and take off and stay in that because I rather stay in my own space. I'm not a hotel person.
Hmm.
Uh, Bill said Salem's like 4.5 hours from us. Oh wow, really? Okay. So yeah, that would definitely have to be an overnight trip. So yeah, that's why I got a pop-up camper. So
That's
just
cool.
park it anywhere, set it up, and you got home. And it's got everything you need.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's I lucked out getting this one. It's got a stove, refrigerator,
That's awesome.
furnace. You know, I got got my own bathroom in there. So it sleeps six. So it's got room. So it's Gettysburg would be so awesome to camp near. Yeah, it would be. And I'm sure there's probably a place where we could hook up. So that's what's nice about having something like that. Because everybody goes, oh, nowhere to stay. I said, I got somewhere to stay.
Mm-hmm.
Hook up to the truck and take off down the road. And you can set them up anywhere. So that's the beauty of it. Nice, nice, nice. Any questions? Whoever's still hanging with us.
I
Any
know,
questions?
huh?
Any questions? Carla's just been quiet.
We're still here.
Any questions for anybody? Do you gals have any questions?
No. No, I'm just looking forward to 2025. This has been a rough year.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, just in general, like, you definitely could feel like the atmosphere changing, and I'm looking forward to 2025, seeing what it brings.
Yeah.
Hopefully better things for everybody.
Yes, definitely.
It's just been, it's been rough. So I can't wait for you gals to do your things and put them out there. We will be looking. Actually, I will be co-hosting with Susan in December.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Good.
So that's
Nice.
going to be fun. Everybody check that out. I'm sure we'll be posting it as soon as Susan gets all the details. She'll be letting everybody know when we're going to be doing that. It's towards the end of December, correct?
There's one on the 14th, and then there's one on the 28th.
There you go. So yeah, that's when
Yes.
we'll be hanging tight.
Mm-hmm.
Carla's got stuff coming up. Don't forget to check her out. We're looking forward to the new video, so get to work on that.
Oh, thank you.
I know it's rough being sick in the holidays. We're trying to squeeze it all in.
Well, I'll be all right. Late night.
So yeah, late nights. That's pretty much it. Yes, Bill, I won't forget the magazine.
Mm-hmm.
The deadline
Yay.
was the other day, but I still have a couple of days, guys. So if anybody wants to submit something, get it to me ASAP because we go to print right after Thanksgiving. So I still have some time to squeeze a thing or two in. If not, it will be out. It will be available on the 1st. I had fun with this one. Ms. Carla is our centerfold girl.
I have to see it.
So for this month. Woo.
It's fun.
It is fun. I love it.
Yeah.
Karen does a great job. Actually, I got to message her. I'm waiting for her. She's the cover story, so I got to remind her.
Oh,
Yeah, I did her as the cover, so I got to remind her to send in her stuff.
great.
Otherwise, guys, we will catch you all later. And until then, remember to live life on the raw side. Thanks for joining us, and everybody have a great night.
Bye.